Chapter 974, The Yang's Clan, Ba Huang Province. We finally arrived. Lin Feng turned around and looked at the sea. It felt like a dream having finally arrived. Finally, I'm back, whispered Yang Ziyi. What a terrible journey. The storm, the pirates, the bodyguards. Where do you want to go? Yang Ziyi asked Lin Feng. Lin Feng remained silent for a few seconds. He didn't know Ba Huang Province. He had never been there. He also didn't know where Emperor Shi and Emperor Yu were organizing their recruitment process. Lin Feng remembered what Yang Ziyi's servants had said about the prince who wanted to rank first at the recruitment process and about inviting the two emperors to their wedding. I have no idea. Where are you going? Asked Lin Feng smiling. Yang Ziyi looked at Lin Feng and nodded. All right, you can come with me. I'm going home. Thanks, said Lin Feng smiling. Lin Feng turned off the abstruse chi of the boat. No need to waste abstruse crystals if they weren't sailing anymore. That boat was incredibly precious, it was even faster than Zune-level beasts. Considering the fact that human beings could barely catch up with Zune-level beasts in terms of speed, it was almost impossible for human beings to catch up with such a precious boat. The Yang clan was famous in the northern part of Ba Huang Province. They were amongst the most powerful groups of the region and were located in Tianyuan City. A boat streaked across the sky towards the Yang Shi clan's territory in Tianyuan City. An illusion boat, must be the Yang clan, thought many people when they saw the boat in the sky. Cheong Chi was lying down on the boat as he talked to Lin Feng using telepathy. Little boy, you should drop her off here, there's no need to take her home. Lin Feng looked at Cheong Chi and asked, is there a problem? Are you acting dumb because she's beautiful? Just take her down here. We're already at their gate, said Cheong Chi nonchalantly. What the hell, said Lin Feng. He then said, we're here already and I want to stay with her so that we can go to the Imperial Cultivation Disciple meeting together. Cheong Chi looked at Lin Feng in a despising way and said, keep dreaming then. But, put me away, I don't want to stay with you guys. Lin Feng didn't understand, but he put Cheong Chi back in the animal tower. After a short time, Lin Feng and Yang Ziyi arrived in front of a palace. It was a simple palace though. It didn't look like the palace a prestigious clan would have. However, Yang Ziyi said it was her home. Let's go down, said Yang Ziyi. Lin Feng made the boat go down and they landed in front of a big closed gate. Lin Feng didn't understand why they landed there. Yang Ziyi walked to the gate and put her hand on it. In a flash, the door opened itself silently and a large road appeared. That was an illusion then, the buildings Lin Feng had seen from above weren't the same as when the door was open. It looked like its own small world. We're here. Let's go in, said Yang Ziyi. She looked like an aristocratic young woman again, she didn't want to show other people she had gone through any hardships. Lin Feng followed her. There were positive vibes in that territory, and Lin Feng felt good. What a pleasant pure chi of the earth and sky, thought Lin Feng. The buildings weren't gigantic, but they had a very pleasant chi and the architecture looked nice. That was the world of strong and rich cultivators. It seemed like many clans used small worlds, like Shingong. Several people landed next to Yang Ziyi and bowed in front of her. Miss, you finally came back. We heard that you were in danger in the Huang Sea so we sent some people. Did they find you? The leader of the clan is really worried. Lin Feng was amazed. All those people were Zune cultivators. The Xiaoyao sect or Shingong couldn't compete, just these cultivators. I'm sorry, I'm going to see him now to give him some news, said Yang Ziyi in a low voice. She was trying to remain calm though and not show her emotions. Yes, said those people. They looked at Lin Feng, which made Lin Feng feel uncomfortable. But they didn't do or say anything. After a few hours, they arrived in front of a beautiful palace. The landscape was incredible. Yang Ziyi came back, said a young man with blue clothes. He smiled at her and said, I heard that you were in danger. I'm happy you're back, safe and sound. I hate those pirates. The young man seemed furious when he talked about the pirates. I'm going to see the leader and tell him the pirates actually attacked you, they should all be killed, said someone else. All those young men showed how furious they were. They all wanted to kill the pirates. Sorry for having made you all worry, said Yang Ziyi with a gentle yet merely polite smile. She wanted to put distance between her and those people. Those young men were all incredible. The Yangshi clan was also very prestigious. Showing the Yangshi clan that they were worried was a good way to be noticed. They were also all single and were all trying to get close with Yang Ziyi. I'm going to see the leader. See you, said Yang Ziyi smiling. Everybody nodded at her politely. Yang Ziyi turned around and said to Lin Feng, wait for me here. All right, said Lin Feng nodding. He wasn't used to the traditional rules of courtesy in such high-class clans. Make Master Lin Feng feel at home, said Yang Ziyi to the servants before going into the palace. After she left, the young men carefully observed Lin Feng. Chapter 975, Deadly Silver Wings. Many people wanted to marry the members of the Yangshi clan to mix their blood with theirs. Many people heard about the Xian Yuanshi prince. His goal was to marry Yang Ziyi, which made other people feel dispirited. The only way to conquer her heart was to make her fall in love. Using violence or power was impossible, it seemed. Everybody was staring at Lin Feng enviously in the garden around the palace. Yang Ziyi and Lin Feng seemed quite close when they arrived together. He was young and handsome, but in the world of cultivation, the most important thing was still strength. Lin Feng had only broken through to the second Tian Qi layer. How could Yang Ziyi be friends with him? Where are you from? I've never seen you before, said the young man with blue clothes while smiling. He was smiling obsequiously. His name is Lin Feng, so he's probably from the Lin clan in the northern part of Ba Huang. I heard that Lin Ruotian was the leader of the Lin clan's army. Who are you compared to Lin Ruotian? Asked someone else. After all, if Lin Feng was friends with Yang Ziyi, he could only be a member of a rich and powerful family. Lin Feng remained speechless. He found it funny that there was a Lin clan in Ba Huang. I'm not a member of that clan and I don't know Lin Ruotian, said Lin Feng shaking his head. You're not? The crowd was very surprised. Are you joking? How did you get to know Yang Ziyi then? Asked the young man in blue clothes. We met accidentally while traveling and finished our trip together. Do I have to be a member of the Lin clan to meet someone while traveling? Said Lin Feng annoyed. You're really not a member of the Lin clan? The young men glanced at each others. We'll see if you're not, said a young man with silver clothes coldly. He walked forwards and released energies. Two gigantic silver wings appeared and moved towards Lin Feng. The young man with the silver wings was smiling. Indeed, they would quickly see if Lin Feng was lying or not. If he was a member of the Lin clan, he would use the special abilities of the Lin clan. Lin Feng was surprised, those guys were rough. He had been invited by the Yang Ziyi and people attacked him as soon as she left him. It seemed like hospitality was different in these settings. Dazzling silver lights hurt people's eyes and sharp sounds invaded the atmosphere. Slash, slash. Lin Feng released a sharp sword energy towards the silver wings. Kacha, metallic sounds spread in the air. Lin Feng's sword energies were destroyed by the silver wings and continued moving towards him. Lin Feng jumped backwards and the young man with silver clothes smiled coldly. He moved his hands and the silver wings moved towards Lin Feng even faster. Your Excellency, I told you I am not a member of the Lin clan, no need to act that way, shouted Lin Feng while jumping backwards. The cultivator with silver wings had the strength of the fifth Tian Qi layer. If you're not, then I can kill you, said the young man with an indifferent smile. His silver lights were dazzling. If you're not, then I can kill you. Lin Feng was furious. He released sword intent which emitted whistling sounds. Level 7 sword intent, the crowd was surprised. A cultivator of the second Tian Qi layer had a level 7 sword intent, impressive. You're not a member of the Lin clan, said the young man with silver clothes. The members of the Lin clan weren't sword cultivators. Since Lin Feng had a level 7 sword intent, he was a real sword cultivator. The others thought the same, he wasn't a member of the Lin clan. Level 7 sword intent, so what? You'll die anyway, said the attacker coldly. He condensed more silver sword energies and instilled them in his silver wings. At the same time, he released his spirit, 2 gigantic dazzling wings. Every part of his body seemed as sharp as a blade. Silver Wings spirit, fast, sharp, scary, thought the other young men. Even without using his spirit, that guy could kill Lin Feng, but using his spirit was safer, and on top of that, that was a good opportunity to show everyone how strong he was. Lin Feng was starting to feel nervous, that was a strong spirit. But Lin Feng knew cultivators in Ba Huang province were even crueler than those from his homeland. He was prepared to see many cultivators with strong spirits. Your Excellency, I am a guest here. Attacking me is not very respectful, said Lin Feng. The young man smiled and looked at Lin Feng in a despising way. Do you think they don't know we're fighting? Lin Feng was astonished. Since the beginning, the Yangshi clan knew they were fighting. They were strong and powerful. He had seen Zun cultivators pick up Yang Ziyi at the door. The Yangshi clan didn't care about such battles because it had nothing to do with them. If Lin Feng got killed, so what? If he was weak, dying was inevitable. While Lin Feng was fighting, Yang Ziyi was in a room in the depths of the palace. An old man was sitting on a throne. He looked at her and asked, "Who's the young man who came with you?" "His name is Lin Feng. We met in the middle of the Huang Sea," said Yang Ziyi respectfully. She didn't look as proud as a moment before. "You had troubles in the middle of the sea, after that we lost contact." "What happened?" asked the old man. "Great-grandfather, the pirates chased me, they wanted to kill me. My servants almost all got killed trying to protect me. Later on, 2 of my servants and I escaped and the boat broke. We ended up on an island and we were stuck there for a few days." Yang Ziyi smiled wryly. It was her fault if the boat had broken. She wouldn't have thought that the pirates would send Zun cultivators to kill her. Chapter 976, with freezing irony and burning satire, the boat broke and you ended up on an island in the middle of nowhere. "Ziyi, how did you manage to come back? Did a powerful group rescue you?" asked the old man coldly. He was furious at the pirates. "I met Lin Feng. I was alone with the 2 bodyguards who betrayed me. They wanted to rape and kill me. Lin Feng killed them both and fixed the boat," said Yang Ziyi. The old man frowned. He looked outside with his awareness but surprisingly didn't care about Lin Feng. "He's not an amazing fighter, but he managed to fix the boat." "Show me the boat," said the old man. Yang Ziyi didn't know what to say, she remained silent. "What's wrong?" asked the old man. "Lin Feng fixed the boat and saved me, but in exchange, he wanted to keep the boat," said Yang Ziyi in a low voice. The old man frowned and suddenly looked angry. "How dare he steal our items? Great-grandfather, that boat was broken, I didn't care about it anymore and I was stuck on the island. Lin Feng managed to fix it and save me. Giving him that wrecked boat is not big deal when you look at it that way," explained Yang Ziyi. "Humph, why did he come here with you?" asked the old man coldly. "I don't know," said Yang Ziyi shaking her head. "Everybody wants to marry you to mix their blood with ours. You're extremely beautiful. In the northern part of Ba Huang province, everybody is interested in you," the old man reminded her. Yang Ziyi remained silent. Lin Feng had saved her, but he had obtained a boat, that was great already. Now, he had come with her to her clan. Why? "Great-grandfather, he saved me after all. Give him the boat and a few abstruse crystals, I owe him that at the very least," said Yang Ziyi. "Ziyi, you are too generous," said a young man coming inside. That young man was handsome and looked like Yang Ziyi. It was her elder brother, Yang Zilan. The old man looked at young Zilan and smiled. Zilan, Ziyi is right, since he saved Ziyi, we can't let anything happen to him. Give him some abstruse crystals and ask him to leave. Great-grandfather, I understand, said young Zilan. He looked at young Ziyi and said, Ziyi, let's go. All right, the siblings left and saw the young man with the silver wings. He wanted to kill Lin Feng. Brother Jun Luo, stop, said young Zilan. He turned around and recalled his spirit. You're lucky, if Zilan hadn't intervened, I would have killed you, said the young man mockingly. Lin Feng nodded at young Ziyi. He had saved young Ziyi and brought her back home, safe and sound. He had helped her a lot. However, being friends with her seemed too inconvenient. It was better for him to leave. Yang Ziyi acted as if she hadn't seen Lin Feng at all, which made Lin Feng's smile turn rigid. Brother Lin, I've heard about you. Thank you for helping my little sister. You can consider the boat as a gift, besides, here are a few abstruse crystals as a gift. Thank you. Yang Zilan gave a ring to Lin Feng. Lin Feng was surprised, but took the ring. He felt uncomfortable. The boat could be considered as a gift as well. What did he mean by considered? Lin Feng had fixed the boat, could he give it back after fixing it? Could he have brought Yang Ziyi back if he hadn't fixed it? Besides, what were those crystals about? Were they asking him to leave? Yang Ziyi looked cold and detached, even emotionless. Lin Feng understood. Brother Zilan, what is that boat story about? Asked someone. Zilan smiled indifferently and said, my little sister was in danger in the middle of the Huang Sea, Brother Lin helped her, but asked for her boat in exchange. He also brought her back home, safe and sound. We can't be mean to him, so the boat and the abstruse crystals are a gift to express our gratefulness. Hee, I see. That's empathy, helping people and stealing their items, said the young man in silver clothes mockingly. He came here only to steal the items of the Yang clan, said all the young men mockingly. Lin Feng looked at Yang Ziyi and said, is that what you think or is that what he thinks? Yang Ziyi looked at him and said, Lin Feng, thank you for having taken me back. Please take the abstruse crystals and leave. Hee, I understand, said Lin Feng. He felt ridiculous for acting so nice. He threw the ring away and said, you can keep your abstruse crystals. Yang Zilan caught the ring with the crystals. Then, he frowned and said, if that's not enough, tell me what else you need. Nothing, said Lin Feng indifferently. Are those crystals not enough for having saved my sister? Could it be that you're a bit too greedy, said Yang Zilan while groaning coldly. So you think your sister's life is worth a few abstruse crystals? How ridiculous, said Lin Feng indifferently. He turned around and left. I hope that if I'm in trouble someday, you'll be there to help. I'm leaving for now, I hope you don't mind. Brother Lin, we don't mind you leaving, but please accept the abstruse crystals. Refusing a gift is impolite, said Yang Zilan. Who was Lin Feng to ask them if a life was worth a few crystals? Yang Zilan threw the ring at Lin Feng. Lin Feng suddenly turned around, condensed chi in his hand and grabbed the ring. He looked at Yang Ziyi and her brother and said, all right then, I'll take it. I'm off now. After that, Lin Feng disappeared in the crowd. Yang Zilan looked at Lin Feng coldly. After a few minutes, he calmed down, smiled at the crowd and said, let's be happy, everyone. Zilan, you're too nice. You even gave him abstruse crystals. He helped Ziyi after all. Now, he's got her boat too, I'm not happy about that, said Yang Zilan indifferently. The young men looked at him. Yang Zilan continued, Ziyi loved her boat. What a pity. Brother, I have something to do. See you later, said the young man with blue clothes as he left. Me too. Let's go together, said the young man with silver clothes. Very quickly, the young men left. Yang Zilan smiled in a cold way. Brother, what are you doing? said Yang Zilan. The young men were all smart. They knew what Yang Zilan wanted. Now Lin Feng was in danger. Ziyi, he doesn't care about you, why would we need to be polite, said Yang Zilan. Then, he sat down on a stone bench and said coldly, how could he steal our treasures? He looked furious. Chapter 977, Yendi going insane. Lin Feng felt relieved as he arrived outside. He had Cheong Chi come out. Cheong Chi glanced around and smiled, what? Are you going through hard times? You told me not to go there. Did you know what was going to happen? Asked Lin Feng. You just need to use your brain. In this world, if you're weak, nobody respects you. You're not as strong as those people. Even if you saved Yang Ziyi, going in with her was a mistake. People will think you expect something from them. On top of that, you already had her boat, whispered Cheong Chi. Lin Feng was too naive. He didn't expect anything from her, he just wanted to be friends and go to Emperor Shi and Emperor Yu with her. What was the problem? Lin Feng didn't understand. In the world of cultivation, weak cultivators were bullied. Only the strong were respected. You should have explained those things to me earlier, said Lin Feng. You're still growing up. You have to learn from your mistakes, said Cheong Chi. What if I had died? Are you not worried about me? Impossible. You saved Yang Ziyi, that's a fact. You were perfectly safe there. They wouldn't attack you themselves or let people kill you. If they wanted to kill you, they would do it secretly. You're mean, Emperor, said Lin Feng. Cheong Chi was old and smart. He knew more things than him. Call me Yen Di, said Cheong Chi. Lin Feng looked at him and remembered that he was an emperor who had turned into an old beast. Letting Cheong Chi act arrogantly and proud was the least he could do. Humph, Cheong Chi sighed and said, some people are following you. I know, not just one or two, said Lin Feng. How shameless. He saved Yang Ziyi and now they were chasing him. What did they want? To kill him. Lin Feng ran to the city center of Tianyuan City very quickly. Many people sensed the wind from his quick movements. The ones chasing Lin Feng were fast as well. 5 people were following him and they weren't trying to hide. Lin Feng could sense their energies. They were implicitly telling him that they weren't scared. Besides, those people were all stronger than him. Lin Feng wasn't running at full speed so those young men could easily catch up with him if they wanted, but they didn't. They kept a distance between him and them. They are waiting until you end up in a place where there aren't too many people. Don't do something stupid. When you see a big crowd, stop there, said Cheong Chi. He understood what those kind of people thought. Alright, nodded Lin Feng. He then ran towards a crowd. After a short time, Lin Feng arrived on a public square. There were many palaces and people were everywhere. This looks like a good spot, said Lin Feng with a smile. Those who were following him frowned. They arrived in the crowd too and released energies to oppress Lin Feng. Dai, the one with silver clothes, moved very quickly and arrived in front of Lin Feng. He opened his silver wings and attacked. Bzzz. Lin Feng moved back with the wind. However, the silver wings reached him and tore apart his clothes. Lin Feng stopped. They wanted to kill him as quickly as possible. There were people everywhere, but they didn't care, they just glanced at them. Battles in the middle of the street were normal in Tianyuan City. Was it the Yang clan who sent you to kill me to prevent secrets from being disclosed? Shouted Lin Feng furiously. Everybody heard him in the public square. Yang clan. Prevent secrets from being disclosed. What Yang clan was Lin Feng talking about? There was only one Yang clan in Tianyuan City, the Yang Shi clan. Lin Feng's question drew many people's attention. Was he really talking about the Yang clan from Tianyuan City? How could the Yang clan send people to kill a cultivator of the second Tianqi layer? Cho Jun Luo, that Cho Jun Luo from the Cho clan. He's been interested in Yang Ziyi for a long time, said someone who recognized the young man with silver clothes. Many people were whispering. That's Jiang Ning, he was staying at the Yangs these days, said some people who also recognized the young man with blue clothes. Many people recognized those 5 young men. They belonged to large and rich families. Even though their clans weren't as strong as the Yang clan, they were rich and powerful. However, why were those 5 strong cultivators chasing a cultivator of the second Tianqi layer? Bzzz. A silver light flickered and a fireball exploded. Roasted wings, my new specialty, said Cheong Chi, spitting out a fireball at the silver wings. Slash, slash, the silver wings were burning from Cheong Chi's flames and started melting. I'll increase the temperature, said Cheong Chi with a cold smile and spat out more flames. Cho Jun Luo was fearless, he ran forwards as if the fire couldn't harm him. But at that moment, he frowned, a dark red fire appeared which contained a terrifying strength. Piss off. The silver wings moved towards the dark red fire, however, crackling sounds spread in the air as the silver wings burnt even more rapidly. The fire continued moving towards him. Cho Jun Luo frowned and ran back. At the same time, Cheong Chi swallowed his fire back. The fire disappeared as if it never existed. The crowd was surprised. A Tian-level beast had made Cho Jun Luo flinch. Even though Cheong Chi was only a Tian-level beast, his fire was incredible, especially that dark red fire. Was that fire his own? Ancient beasts were, as expected, very strong. You're all annoying. My buddy just had fun with a girl, why try to kill him, said Cheong Chi. The crowd was astonished. Cho Jun Luo was petrified too, had fun with a girl. Bastard. Lin Feng was angry and swore at Cheong Chi using telepathy. I'm helping you. You saved a girl because you're a nice guy and people want to kill you because of that. We should make them even angrier. You're furious, I'm furious too, said Cheong Chi. Lin Feng was furious indeed. If those people had just insulted him, no problem, but those people are shameless. He saved a young woman and they tried to kill him. Chapter 978, Mad Words, Stupid Animal. How dare you pronounce such words here, said Cho Jun Luo furiously. That Tian-level beast actually ruined Yang Ziye's reputation. Everybody would hear about that, what a humiliation for the Yang clan. Well, why are you chasing my buddy then? To kill him? You're pathetic. My buddy rescued Yang Ziyi from an island in the middle of the Huang Sea. They found each other attractive and had sex, so what? Don't hate him for that. We just paid a visit to the Yangs, we left 20 minutes ago and you're already chasing him, said Cheong Chi. Lin Feng was petrified. What was Cheong Chi doing? Emperor, said Lin Feng using telepathy. Cheong Chi interrupted him and said, don't worry, little boy. I'm the one who asked you to travel the world with me. I won't let anything happen to you. I guarantee I will bring you back safe and sound. Lin Feng rolled his eyes. Was Cheong Chi suffering from the side effects of some drug or what? Why was he going insane in Ba Huang province? Stupid animal, bastard, you're tarnishing Ziye's reputation, the 5 young men were furious. You're the animals. You're acting like slaves because you want to have sex with Yang Ziyi. But you know what? She doesn't give a shit about you guys, you're just dirty little animals. At most, she would be willing to have you as slaves, said Cheong Chi while staring at those 5 people intensely. When he saw how furious they looked, he said, attack, kill us, nobody will know what happened on the island then. Cho Jun Luo and the others' faces turned deathly pale. They were wondering if it was the truth. Killing Lin Feng and Cheong Chi was difficult now. If they killed them both to prevent a secret from being disclosed, Yang Ziye's reputation would be ruined. People would think it was true. On top of that, Yang Ziyi wouldn't be that grateful, and even worse, they would never be able to marry her. Qiong Qi was willing to say anything. Lin Feng looked at them and glanced at Qiong Qi. Qiong Qi's game had turned dangerous. What are you guys doing here? At that moment, two silhouettes appeared in the sky. Yang Zilan and Yang Ziyi had appeared. Yang Ziyi pulled a long face. Lin Feng and Qiong Qi had surprisingly tarnished her reputation. However, Yang Zilan was smiling gently as if nothing had happened. Brother Lin, I wouldn't have thought Jun Luo and the others would be angry at you because of the boat. Please don't be angry, said Yang Zilan. He then added, Brother Lin helped rescue Ziyi and took her back. We're infinitely grateful. We gave a boat to Lin Feng to express our gratefulness. How dare you attack Brother Lin without our consent? When the crowd heard that, they remained silent. They were still wondering if Lin Feng had actually had sex with Yang Ziyi. Lin Feng looked at Yang Zilan indifferently. He was a good actor, he even remained calm and nice. That was admirable. By saying that, people would think that because he asked Yang Ziyi for her boat, the others were attacking him. Brother Yang, he's insolent and shameless. If you want to give him your boat, fine, but we won't let him off, said Chou Jun Luo. He didn't know what to say, so he just tried to imply that Lin Feng had, indeed, asked for the boat because he was greedy. Lin Feng felt annoyed. Those rich kids were annoying and evil. You see, the Yang clan doesn't care about you having saved Yang Ziyi, you don't need to be polite, said Qiong Qi to Lin Feng using telepathy. Lin Feng remained calm and even smiled indifferently. Many people were evil in the world. He had to get used to it. They weren't the only ones, many people would be like that in the future. Master Yang, Miss Yang, said Lin Feng while smiling. The siblings were surprised, but looked at Lin Feng and smiled. Yang Zilan said, Are you all right, Brother Lin? May I ask you a few questions? Asked Lin Feng. Please do not hesitate, said Yang Zilan very politely. I want to ask Miss Yang something, said Lin Feng while smiling indifferently. He then asked Yang Ziyi, Please tell me if I'm wrong, your boat broke and you ended up on that deserted island, then your servants betrayed you and almost raped you. They even attacked you, right? Indeed. They didn't rape me though, said Yang Ziyi. They didn't, indeed. But you were injured. Do you know why they didn't rape you though? Asked Lin Feng. You saved me, said Yang Ziyi. Indeed. I saved you, said Lin Feng with an indifferent smile. The crowd was surprised. Lin Feng had saved Yang Ziyi from being raped by her own people. The news would spread around the city quickly. Let me ask you something else. Have I ever been mean or disrespectful to you? Never, of course, said Yang Ziyi. Lin Feng smiled. With that question, he was already showing others that he hadn't tarnished her reputation. Well, your boat was broken, so how did you come back? Asked Lin Feng. Yang Ziyi was annoyed but still replied, You fixed my boat and took me back. Thank you for exposing the truth, Miss Yang, said Lin Feng. He slowly turned around and looked at Yang Zilan. I want to ask you, Master Yang. If I hadn't been there, what would have happened to Miss Yang after her boat broke? Would she have been able to come back at all? Brother Lin, the Yang clan will always remember what you've done for Ziyi, said Yang Zilan in a gentle way. Lin Feng smiled coldly and said, I could have fixed the boat and abandoned Miss Yang on the island. I could have left alone with the boat and Miss Yang would still be on the island. I didn't do that though, I took her back. Since I fixed the boat, isn't it normal that I keep it? Of course, said Yang Zilan with a gentle and warm smile. He already wanted to kill Lin Feng deep inside though. He couldn't bear hearing his voice anymore. Is that so? But it's not what you said before, said Lin Feng coldly. He then said mockingly, I took Miss Yang back. I was attacked, then you said I was the one who asked to have to the boat. Then you made me leave by giving me abstruse crystals. That's how you express your gratefulness. That's a misunderstanding, Brother Lin. We just wanted to give you something to express our gratefulness, said Yang Zilan, who wasn't smiling anymore. Is that so? I just left your palace. Why are those people chasing me? Why do they want to kill me? Asked Lin Feng. People started whispering again. They finally understood what had happened. I wouldn't have thought they would do that for Ziyi. Concerning the boat, it's all my fault. I didn't express myself clearly, said Yang Zilan. He didn't mean what he was saying though. Interesting, said Lin Feng with a cold smile. Everything is very clear now. If you hadn't said those things on purpose, then they wouldn't even know about the boat. Without you, would they have come out to kill me? No need to lie. You're disgusting. No need to find excuses, people now understand clearly what happened. If you want to kill me that bad, just come and attack me directly. The Yang clan is such a great clan, said Lin Feng mockingly. Chapter 979, Silver Wings Battle. Lin Feng's laugh pierced through people's eardrums. Yang Zilan wasn't smiling anymore though, he was furious. The Yang clan is quite shameless. How could they do such a thing, whispered many people. Lin Feng had saved Yang Ziyi and now, the Yang clan wanted to kill him. But he's ungrateful too, why would he take their items, especially a precious boat? Even if the boat was broken, I don't think the Yang clan would have given it to him, people were whispering and gossiping. The Yang clan was prestigious in the Bahuang province. People respected and admired them. Even though he had rescued Yang Ziyi, taking their boat wasn't a good idea. In the world of strong cultivators, it's always better to be careful, sighed some people. Lin Feng had been careless. He had saved Yang Ziyi because he was nice, but he hadn't planned the rest wisely. Brother Lin, what are you talking about? You misunderstood us, so how can you talk that way, said Yang Zilan. Everybody knew Lin Feng was right, but at the same time, they thought that offending the Yang clan wasn't a good idea. Lin Feng was going to talk, but Xiong Qi talked first. Is that so? Since we misunderstood you and since you want to show us your gratefulness for having saved Yang Ziyi, then I think that a ring with 1,000 abstruse crystals and a map of the northern part of Bahuang province would be fair. Xiong Qi smiled coldly, but everybody else was speechless. How audacious! 1,000 abstruse crystals. That was extremely expensive, however, for the Yang clan, that wasn't too much. Lin Feng smiled indifferently. Indeed, Yang Zilan kept trying to find excuses, now he could pay for his excuses. What? You said it yourself, you're very grateful. Unless you think your sister's life is worth 1,000 abstruse crystals, continued Xiong Qi. Yang Zilan started shaking from the anger. His eyes twinkled, but he smiled and said, What do you think, Brother Lin? I think it's fair. If you give us the abstruse crystals and the map, you won't owe us anything anymore, said Lin Feng indifferently. All right. Take the map first, said Yang Zilan, throwing a jade ring to Lin Feng. Lin Feng took it and then Yang Zilan continued, I don't have 1,000 abstruse crystals, I need to go back to the clan to get them. Wait for me here. How long? Asked Xiong Qi coldly. Yang Zilan was getting angrier and angrier, he glanced at Xiong Qi and said, 2 hours. If you haven't made your way back by then, we will come to the conclusion that you didn't come back on purpose and that all you just said were empty words, said Xiong Qi coldly. All right. I'll be back, said Yang Zilan. He then turned to Yang Ziyi, Ziyi, come with me. Then, both of them left. After they left, Chou Jun Luo and the others walked towards Lin Feng. Lin Feng glanced at them, then he glanced at the siblings who were leaving and thought, how shameless. If you come back in 2 hours and that your friends haven't killed me, I wonder how you'll react. Everybody understood what was going on. Yang Zilan was just looking for an excuse to give Chou Jun Luo and the others time to kill Lin Feng, that's all. Otherwise, why would he have asked Yang Ziyi to come back with him? If a member of the Yang clan had stayed, Cho Jun Luo and the others wouldn't be able to kill Lin Feng. That would show that they were ungrateful. Even though everybody perfectly knew that it was an excuse and that Yang Zilan was just pretending, at least, the Yang clan could still pretend they didn't know. Master Yang just left. What are you guys doing? Asked Lin Feng with a cold smile. We don't care. It has nothing to do with the Yang clan. You and your animal humiliated us, we'll teach you a lesson now, said Cho Jun Luo, releasing silver energies again. You still need more excuses, said Lin Feng. He then added, you're rich and noble disciples and yet act like slaves for other people. You're nothing more than animals. Come and attack, all of you at the same time. Ridiculous, I don't need any help to kill a cultivator of the second Tian Qi layer, said Cho Jun Luo in a despising way. He then said to the others, look at me guys. I'll teach you how to end a life in just a second. That guy is trash, brother Jun Luo can take care of it. Let's watch, said the others. Kill him, I've never seen such an arrogant cultivator of the second Tian Qi layer. Ridiculous. They all despised Lin Feng. Was it that easy to kill Lin Feng though? Cho Jun Luo looked at Lin Feng and said coldly, I've rarely seen such idiots. If he wants to bring about his own destruction, then I'll help him. Then, Cho Jun Luo released even more dazzling energies towards Lin Feng. Killing you is as easy as crushing an ant. Cho Jun Luo raised his hand and sharp silver wings appeared. As Cho Jun Luo attacked, Lin Feng released his own sharp, ice-cold energies. Lin Feng seemed like he was unsheathing a sword. Die, said Cho Jun Luo. His wings appeared in front of Lin Feng. Slash, slash, whistling sounds spread in the air. A sword appeared in front of Lin Feng and energies rolled in the air. The sound of the sword colliding with the wings made metallic ring. At the same time, Cho Jun Luo released his spirit. Thousands of sharp silver lights shot towards Lin Feng. The atmosphere seemed to be riddled with gaping wounds. Silver Wing's spirit, it's so powerful, thought the crowd gasping with amazement. But the lights hurt their eyes as they could barely look. People who were too close were even suffocating. Boom boom boom, the silver lights crashed onto the sword. The sword stayed there though, it was becoming even more dazzling. Kacha! More metallic sounds were heard. Cho Jun Luo flapped his silver wings and appeared in front of Lin Feng. He looked at Lin Feng in a despising way and said, you're an insect, the world will be better off with you dead, so die. He flapped his wings and lights emerged from his wing spirit and moved towards Lin Feng. Your cultivation level is higher than mine, is that you acting proud? said Lin Feng coldly. The earth and sky became cold as snowflakes started floating around. Lin Feng released bestial qi and suddenly looked like a beast. Empty space bestial illusion technique, said Lin Feng in a deep voice. In a flash, he disappeared and a snowy path in front of him. Chapter 980, Better Together. Cho Jun Luo was surprised. He couldn't reach Lin Feng. What was going on? The crowd was surprised too. Lin Feng was supposed to die, but what were those bestial lights? Die, shouted Cho Jun Luo furiously. His wings shot towards Lin Feng again, but stopped in front of him. Slash, slash, the silver wings turned into blades. Cho Jun Luo was trying to cut everything around Lin Feng. His energies were so oppressive that the crowd was suffocating. However, his energies split in two and moved past Lin Feng. Had Lin Feng turned into an illusion? Lin Feng was still in his snowy tunnel, but he looked like an animal now. We can't kill him. Cho Jun Luo was furious. Was Lin Feng in an illusion? How is that possible? He has just broken through to the second Tian Qi layer. How could he use illusion skills? The crowd was gasping with amazement. The 5 young men were even more dumbfounded. Lin Feng was in an illusion, only extremely strong cultivators could cast illusion spells. How could they kill Lin Feng now? Cho Jun Luo pulled a long face. His silver wings were still attacking Lin Feng. But just as before, Lin Feng seemed unaffected. Lin Feng stared back at him coldly. Die. Sword chi emerged from Lin Feng's hands and popped out of the illusion. Bzzz. Cho Jun Luo moved with incredible speed and dodged the attack. How fast, thought Lin Feng. Cho Jun Luo then immediately came back. This time his silver wings were dazzling, more so now than before. That's useless, said Lin Feng with a cold smile. He stepped back into his snowy tunnel. The silver wings slipped on the illusion again. I don't think I can't kill you, said Cho Jun Luo pulling a long face. Die, 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 shouted Cho Jun Luo. His voice was so loud that it echoed all around. He was furious. Lin Feng's cultivation level was low, he probably couldn't use that kind of spell for too long. The crowd looked at the dazzling silver wings. Lin Feng's illusion was starting to crack. If Lin Feng hadn't hidden in the tunnel, he would have died in a second. Lin Feng raised his head and saw a silver light. Then, he looked at Cho Jun Luo. Lin Feng smiled coldly, his face looked like an animal now. The snowy path slowly led towards Cho Jun Luo. Cho Jun Luo frowned, but didn't try to escape. That happened very quickly as suddenly, he was in the snowy tunnel with Lin Feng. You allowed me inside? You will die now, said Cho Jun Luo coldly. He opened his wings and threw himself at Lin Feng. Roar! Lin Feng roared. The earth and sky shook violently. The tunnel seemed like it was going to collapse under this pressure. Cho Jun Luo was suddenly petrified. It felt like he was in hell, as if he was being chased by a demonic beast. How come I sense demon energy, thought Cho Jun Luo. Lin Feng was sometimes a beast, sometimes a demon, sometimes a human. What was going on? He opened his wings and continued attacking. He had to destroy those demon energies first. Lin Feng's silhouette flickered as he took out a stone which contained a terrifying sealing strength. If you don't die today, at least I'll peel your skin off, said Lin Feng coldly. His demon seal stone shook violently as its strength surrounded Cho Jun Luo. Cho Jun Luo's silver wings moved towards the demon seal stone. Was he insane? Did he think he could destroy a demon seal stone? Seal! Boom boom! Demon marks appeared on the silver wings and its lights faded. Cho Jun Luo frowned. It was as if his wings were stuck in some kind of glue. It seemed like he would have to rely on other skills to attack Lin Feng. Seal! Shouted Lin Feng furiously. He used his demon seal stone again and rumbling sounds spread in the air. It felt like his wings were being crushed by two mountains. Arg! Cho Jun Luo shouted furiously. You want to die, shouted Cho Jun Luo furiously. He opened his third eye and dazzling silver lights shot out towards Lin Feng. That silver light quickly turned into a pair of silver wings as well. Cho Jun Luo's godly awareness was just like his spirit. I can seal your spirit and your godly awareness, said Lin Feng with a cold smile. He released demon sealing strength again. Cho Jun Luo looked like an enraged beast. How? How come Lin Feng had so many demon seal stones? Seal, said Lin Feng. Cho Jun Luo was petrified as he recalled his godly awareness. However, the demon seal stone continued moving towards him and crashed onto his forehead. Now he could barely move. Lin Feng rose up and condensed energies into his hands. Punch! Lin Feng condensed strength and demon sealing strength into his fist. Die! Cho Jun Luo looked like a stone as he tried using his wing's spirit again. But, he was oppressed by the strength of 3 demon seal stones. How? Said Lin Feng. He punched Cho Jun Luo, but it felt like he was punching a stone block. What kind of spirit is that? Lin Feng was annoyed. That enemy was difficult to deal with. The illusion disappeared. Chou Jun Luo had been crushed into the ground by Lin Feng's punch and a large crater appeared around Chou Jun Luo. Everybody was astonished. What an incredible fight! Chou Jun Luo was incredibly strong, even Lin Feng's illusion had disappeared. Even with 3 demon seal stones, Chou Jun Luo was still fighting. You're genius, didn't you say you'd kill me in a second? Why are you still here, hiding in a crater like a turtle in its shell? Said Lin Feng mockingly. Lin Feng then punched the demon seal stone which forced Chou Jun Luo out of the crater. You're shameless. Surprisingly, you actually used demon seal stones, said Jiang Ning. 30 minutes had passed and Chou Jun Luo hadn't managed to kill Lin Feng. 1.5 hours later, Yang Zilan would come back, so they had to hurry and kill Lin Feng now. What you mean to say is that I should only use the strength of the 2nd Tian Qi layer to fight cultivators of the 5th Tian Qi layer, said Lin Feng glancing at Jiang Ning. You can attack together if you want, that'd be more fair. Chapter 981, Blood Strength, you can attack together, if you want, that'd be better. Jiang Ning was speechless. Lin Feng was asking them to attack together. If 2 cultivators of the 5th Tian Qi layer fought against a cultivator of the 2nd Tian Qi layer, that would be a complete humiliation for them. The Silver Wings cultivator had already lost face. He had used his spirit, which counted as a special attack and hadn't managed to kill Lin Feng. Lin Feng understood empty space spells and had demon seal stones. Killing Lin Feng wasn't so easy. Kacha! A sound spread in the air. Chou Jun Luo was trying to flap his wings, but Lin Feng smiled coldly and walked forwards. He coldly looked at the wings. Lin Feng shook his hand and a stone appeared. That stone became bigger and bigger, like a mountain, on Lin Feng's hand. The crowd was surprised again. Another treasure. Was Lin Feng going to use that stone to crush Chou Jun Luo? A strong wind started blowing. The crowd sensed the strength Lin Feng was condensing in the stone. It contained the strength of the earth and sky. Lin Feng raised his Tian Xian stone and calmly sensed the energies inside of it. The strength of the earth and sky were very mysterious. Lin Feng's robe violently fluttered in the wind. Lin Feng then took the 3 demon seal stones back from the Silver Wings. Kacha! Kacha! Chou Jun Luo opened his wings again and saw Lin Feng above him. He was in the air and was smiling at him in a bestial way with a mountain in his hand. Lin Feng continued walking towards him, the strength of the mountain was already oppressing him. He could barely move his wings. Boom boom boom. Things looked bad for Chou Jun Luo. Just try and dodge, shouted Lin Feng. Fissures appeared in the ground as the Tian Xian stone fell from the sky. Kacha! Boom boom boom. An explosion sounded as the mountain fell on the Silver Wings. The ground exploded and a gigantic crater appeared, fissures appeared all around and covered a huge distance. Observers jumped away to avoid falling in the valley-like fissures. There was a gigantic hole where Chou Jun Luo was before. Lin Feng rose up in the air, still holding his stone. He coldly looked at the crater. There was no sound coming from the hole. Jiang Ning and the others were wondering where their friend was. Was he okay? A silver light appeared and streaked across the sky. Chou Jun Luo then appeared. His wings were wide open, his clothes were completely torn apart, and he was soaked in blood. Chou Jun Luo stared at Lin Feng with murder in his eyes. Your wings are really solid, said Lin Feng coldly. Chou Jun Luo was beat up, but his wings didn't seem hurt. I will kill you, said Chou Jun Luo. Lin Feng frowned and smiled, you've been saying that the whole time. Let's try again. I will show you what strength is. Strength is when you don't rely on treasures to fight, said Chou Jun Luo. Suddenly, he released blood strength like a furious ocean. What an incredible blood strength, thought the crowd. A strong wind started blowing and emitted whistling sounds. Cho Jun Luo was suddenly surrounded by a very sharp chi. He opened his silver wings again and started flapping them very quickly. His wings created a wind that blew hundreds of meters around. His spirit was extremely powerful thanks to his blood strength. "Back, get back now," shouted many people while running away. Cho Jun Luo was furious. Lin Feng, a cultivator of the second Tian Qi layer, had humiliated him and even injured him. He was covered with blood now. Lin Feng looked at him indifferently. That's blood strength. Cultivators who had strong parents have a better blood than others, and de facto, a better spirit. Killing ordinary people of the same level is easy with a good blood strength. With everything I've learned, killing ordinary people of the 5th Tian Qi layer is easy, but Cho Jun Luo is no ordinary cultivator, thought Lin Feng, sensing the strong wind. Lin Feng could kill Cho Jun Luo if he used his full strength, but there were some tricks he couldn't use easily or carelessly. He had just arrived in Ba Huang province. If he didn't have any problems with the Yang clan, he wouldn't have gotten himself into this mess. Lin Feng had saved Yang Ziyi and now people wanted to kill him. He had no choice but to fight. The crowd looked at Lin Feng. They didn't know who he was or where he was from, but he was a good fighter. Lin Feng looked like a beast, his robe was fluttering in the wind, and his chi was incredible. He was a real genius. However, what could he do against Cho Jun Luo's blood strength now? "You have some demon seal stones, unfortunately for you, they will become mine now," said Cho Jun Luo. His wind became even stronger. Lin Feng shook his hand and snowflakes appeared again. He was using his empty space bestial illusion technique again. "You have only broken through to the second Tian Qi layer, your illusion spells can't handle my attack," said Cho Jun Luo. "Besides, even if I can't break it, I don't think you can hold out for that long." Lin Feng smiled in a bestial way and said, "You're very confident. Illusion spells can be broken, but I don't think you can break mine." Lin Feng used Ling Long's holy celestial qi to cast the illusion spell this time. Cho Jun Luo couldn't break it. On top of that, holding the spell for 2 hours wasn't a problem for him. But, he need to hide the whole time anyways. Cho Jun Luo was too confident in himself. Chapter 982, You Can't. His silver wind was becoming even scarier. With the sun reflecting off of it, it looked like a silver rain. "You think I can't break it?" said Cho Jun Luo with a cold smile. "Let's try then." He flapped his silver wings and created tornadoes all around. Slash, 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 sharp sounds spread in the air. The crowd was running even farther away. They were already very far now, but the chi was so sharp that they couldn't stand it. Large blocks of stone were flying around now. With just that wind, the dust and the stones flying around, the crowd couldn't see Lin Feng and Cho Jun Luo anymore. He was flapping his wings so fast that they looked like an illusion. Cho Jun Luo looked proud. He was looking down at Lin Feng in a despising way. "Let's see how long you can hold out." "I'm sure you will die soon," said Cho Jun Luo coldly. Lin Feng was definitely going to die. Lin Feng's heart was pounding inside his snowy tunnel. Cho Jun Luo was really strong. Like Prince Tian Lin, he had received teachings from a Zun cultivator. He also had a powerful blood strength and spirit. But, Prince Tian Lin had only broken through to the 3rd Tian Qi layer, not the 5th like Cho Jun Luo. Yang Zilan had the blood of the Yangshi clan and was a man. He must have had a lot of women, so his blood must be even more powerful, thought Lin Feng watching Cho Jun Luo. There was also that guy, the one who wanted to rank first amongst Tian-level cultivators at Emperor Shi and Emperor Yu's recruitment process, the Xian Yuanshi prince. He had imperial blood and was probably incredible as well. "Unfortunately, you won't be able to kill me," said Lin Feng coldly while staring down Cho Jun Luo. "Is that so?" "Silver wings, kill," said Cho Jun Luo. He attacked the snowy tunnel with his wings directly. The tunnel shook violently. Cho Jun Luo was so strong that he had managed to make the tunnel shake. You poor cultivator, you will never understand what it's like to have a strong blood spirit. Even if you practice cultivation to the best of your abilities, you will always remain at the bottom of the cultivation world. You will realize that there are always cultivators who are stronger than you, said Cho Jun Luo calmly. He was trying to destabilize Lin Feng's focus. However, Lin Feng just smiled and remained determined. Cho Jun Luo's threats didn't affect him. Lin Feng was determined to become stronger and stronger. There are many people who are stronger than me, but you are not one of them, said Lin Feng indifferently. He then added, since I started practicing cultivation, I've never been afraid of people who are at the same level as me. Even with the strength of the 5th Tian Qi layer and a powerful blood strength, you still haven't managed to kill me. If you were at the same level as me, I wouldn't even look at you. Even now, you are nothing compared to me. Lin Feng shook his hand inside his snowy tunnel and unsheathed a sword. That sword was sharp and seemed to absorb light. It emitted lights which looked like stars. It seemed like he was going to crush his own tunnel with that sword. Even in the middle of those silver lights, it still looked impressive. A treasure, again. Cho Jun Luo looked at Lin Feng's sword, another treasure. He couldn't sense the sword energies because Lin Feng was in his snowy tunnel, but it looked precious. Lin Feng had used 3 demon seal stones and his Tian Xian stone. How many treasures did Lin Feng have? Recall. Lin Feng stopped using his empty space bestial illusion technique. His snowy tunnel disappeared and Lin Feng appeared in the middle of the hurricane. However, thanks to his sword, the wind was weakened around him. There was a type of small world around that sword. What an incredible sword, thought Cho Jun Luo. His wind couldn't affect the space around Lin Feng's sword. Die! Cho Jun Luo's wings moved towards Lin Feng without hesitation. Lin Feng was calmly standing there as he started releasing his level 7 sword intent and instilled his strength into the Tian Ji sword. He shook his hand and buzzing sounds spread in the air. The atmosphere then became calm again around him as the wind couldn't reach his Tian Ji sword. Cho Jun Luo was annoyed. What kind of sword was that? And how could he deal with it? Lin Feng had so many precious items. You're using items again, said Cho Jun Luo mockingly. I have many treasures to fight you with. However, you're a cultivator of the 5th Tian Qi layer and you're using your blood strength. You're incompetent and I don't respect you. Lin Feng mocked as he shook his sword and starlights appeared. They slowly broke the wind energies around him. Die, shouted Cho Jun Luo annoyed. His blood strength was emitting furious whistling sounds. His wings were extremely wide and sharp. At the same time, Lin Feng slowly raised his sword. It contained incredible energies, both pure and dazzling. Slash, slash. It looked like his Tian Ji sword was dancing, it left beautiful trails behind it. Lin Feng was cutting through the wind as if he was chopping vegetables. The crowd was captivated by the battle. They were all trying to understand why Lin Feng wasn't dying from the wind. Even with precious items, it was hard to imagine that Lin Feng could resist such attacks. How come Cho Jun Luo hadn't managed to kill him yet? There isn't much time left, thought Jiang Ning while frowning. He could sense Cho Jun Luo's strong wind. How come Lin Feng was still alive? Jiang Ning couldn't believe his eyes, the others either. They wanted to see Lin Feng die. Chapter 983, treading on Cho Jun Luo's wind was being destroyed by Lin Feng's sword. What a high-level sword, thought Cho Jun Luo. There were mysterious marks on the sword which seemed to be protecting Lin Feng. Die, shouted Lin Feng in a deep voice. A dazzling dragon appeared in the middle of that wind. Cho Jun Luo flapped his wings even faster, but the wind faded immediately in the middle of that starlight. Bzzz. Cho Jun Luo jumped back and released a silver light to block the sword lights. However, the sword lights were faster. His silver light turned into 2 beautiful glimmers. Silver wings. Cho Jun Luo's facial expression changed drastically. He added even more blood strength to his attack. He condensed his wind energies, trying to protect himself. He closed his wings to wrap himself up in them. Slash, slash. Explosions sounded as his protective layer was broken. There were cracks everywhere in those wings. Arg! Blood appeared on his wings and Cho Jun Lui was looking desperate. Slash, slash. The sword lights were slowly breaking Cho Jun Luo's wing spirit. Finally, it disappeared. Cho Jun Luo, wrapped up in his wings, and soaked in blood, fell from the sky. He fell to the ground with a loud thud. Lin Feng came out from the silver wind and didn't have his Tianji sword out anymore. The crowd looked at Lin Feng. Then, they looked at Cho Jun Luo on the ground. What's going on? Lin Feng wasn't dead and Cho Jun Luo had collapsed. How had Lin Feng done that? He had only broken through to the second Tianqi layer. Jiang Ning and the others were dumbstruck. They knew how strong Cho Jun Luo was and his incredible silver wing spirit. However, he hadn't managed to kill Lin Feng, he wasn't even able to hurt him. It seemed like he had almost died. If he hadn't protected himself with his blood strength, he would be dead right now. Lin Feng looked at the silver wings covered with blood and swore. Those wings were really solid. That was a hard battle. Lin Feng landed on the wings and stomped on them, pushing him into the ground. The crowd shivered. Lin Feng was stepping on a cultivator of the fifth Tianqi layer who possessed a powerful blood spirit. The crowd could only imagine how humiliating and infuriating that would be. You make other people feel weak. You think you can easily kill anyone. But you see, I'm stepping on your friend. Does anyone else want to try me as well? Said Lin Feng mockingly, looking at Jiang Ning and the others. Jiang Ning said nothing. He previously thought it would be easy to kill Lin Feng, Yang Zilan thought the same. That's why he had said he would come back 2 hours later. That was a safe bet to kill Lin Feng. Now, their 2 hours were almost up. Not only had Lin Feng survived, but now he was standing on top of Cho Jun Luo. Little boy, move. He insulted me too. I need to teach him a lesson as well, said Cheong Chi. Lin Feng rolled his eyes. Cheong Chi liked to push it. Lin Feng moved away. Cheong Chi smiled coldly while looking at those bleeding wings. He said mockingly, you thought you'd be safe wrapped up in your wings? Let's have some roasted wings for lunch. He opened his mouth and spat out fire and the blood on the wings started boiling. The fire was getting hotter and hotter. Cheong Chi's eyes were twinkling as he made fun of Cho Jun Luo. Lin Feng raised his head and said, while gazing into the distance, it's been 2 hours already. Lin Feng barely finished talking before 2 silhouettes appeared in the distance, Yang Zilan and his sister. Yang Zilan was smiling when he arrived, but his smile turned rigid when he saw Cho Jun Luo's wings burning on the ground. Lin Feng hadn't died and on top of that, he was humiliating Cho Jun Luo. Brother Lin, what's going on? Said Yang Zilan coldly. Give me the abstruse crystals, you're late, said Lin Feng ignoring Yang Zilan's question. Yang Zilan couldn't say anything. Cheong Chi was getting his revenge. He could only give Lin Feng the crystals he owed him. Yang Zilan remained silent and took out a ring. He threw at Lin Feng and said, you can count them. There should be 1,000. 1,000, the crowd was envious. Lin Feng examined the content of the ring and counted the crystals. Brother Lin, what are you doing? Said Yang Zilan. He was furious when he saw Lin Feng count the crystals. Don't you trust me? You're right, I don't trust you at all, said Lin Feng laughing. He put all the crystals in his own ring and threw the other ring away on the ground. You're shameless and not trustworthy. We all saw untrustworthy you were with your 2 hours. No need to keep pretending now, said Lin Feng with a resplendent smile. Don't tell me that you didn't say you'd come back 2 hours later just to give them time to kill me. You didn't want to give me those abstruse crystals. You were thinking, oh, Lin Feng should die for asking me for abstruse crystals. You intended to go home and stay there not to lose face while your friends killed me. Anyways, thank you for your crystals. Brother Lin, there are some things which are better to keep to yourself, said Yang Zilan. No need to threaten me. Even since I brought your sister back, you've wanted to kill me. I don't know why, maybe because you wanted to have your boat back. Now your plan is ruined. I can't do anything against your clan anyway, I can only say a few words. I don't like people like you. And you Miss Yang, said Lin Feng looking at Yang Ziyi. He smiled indifferently and said, you helped me in the past so I helped you too. I came to the Yang clan because I wanted to be friends with you. After all, we've gone through hardships together on the Huang Sea. Unfortunately, you made me understand that we belong to two different worlds. As my social status isn't as high as yours, we can't be friends. Thank you, now I'm off. Chapter 984, Talented Cultivators. After that, Lin Feng and Xiong Qi left. Yang Ziyi looked at Lin Feng. She regretted what had happened. She hadn't known Lin Feng for long now, but in that little time she found him to be brave and honest. Lin Feng wasn't interested in her blood strength at all, unlike what her brother had said. If Lin Feng really harbored evil intentions, he would have raped and killed her in the middle of the sea. He didn't need to take her back. However, she regretted what happened for only a few seconds. She remembered she had a high social status and that her clan was rich and powerful. She didn't need to be friends with someone like Lin Feng. This time, Lin Feng had won, but her brother wouldn't let him off so easily. Lin Feng would die soon. She shouldn't regret being friends with someone who was going to die soon. She would regret it if, someday, Lin Feng had a higher social status than her, but that day would never come. Yang Zilan calmed down. He didn't chase Lin Feng. You helped Ziyi and we paid you back for that. However, you're going to pay for what you did to the Yang clan, said Yang Zilan. Lin Feng couldn't hear that but everybody around heard. They needed a reason to kill Lin Feng. Next time we see each other, you'll die, said Yang Zilan coldly. He looked at the crowd and said, if you bring his corpse back to the Yang clan, we will give you a woman from the clan so that you can mix your blood with ours. The crowd suddenly looked very interested. Blood strength was very useful. Cho Jun Luo had demonstrated how useful it could be. If he hadn't used his blood strength, he would have died. After that, many people rose up in the air and started chasing Lin Feng. Even if they had compassion for Lin Feng, they still wanted to kill him. Having a woman from the Yang clan was too tempting. They couldn't catch up with Lin Feng though. Lin Feng was using his boat to fly across Tianyuan City. I helped you confront those people. How do you intend to thank me, said Xiong Qi nonchalantly. Except at the end when you spat out fire at that guy, you didn't do much, said Lin Feng. You're lucky you have that void fire. You haven't really used your fire in a battle yet, I wish I had seen you fight that guy. It wouldn't be a problem to burn you alive, you know, said Xiong Qi. Why don't you fight? If you battle more, you'll probably become stronger, said Lin Feng. Xiong Qi was becoming stronger much faster than Lin Feng even though he didn't fight. Was he slowly assimilating the void fire? I'm an emperor. It's normal for me to become stronger faster. Why don't I fight? It's because I don't need to. I want you to become stronger so you need to fight. Strong people humiliate you all the time right now. Back in my day, such people were nobodies. If, someday, you become stronger, those people will never humiliate you again. That girl would have even offered herself to you. She wouldn't look at you in such an indifferent way, said Xiong Qi looking at the sky. Xiong Qi had a way of avoiding questions. I would be curious to see their face if I became really strong, said Lin Feng laughing. He then said to Xiong Qi, this boat is extremely useful. If we don't want to fight, we can easily run away. Enough with the nonsense. If you're truly in danger, I'll help you, said Xiongqi proudly. You could die too though, said Lin Feng while kicking him. Xiongqi roared and spat out flames. A cold wind started blowing in a small village in the northern part of Bahuang province. A boat appeared in the air. Xiongqi opened his eyes and had a strange facial expression on his face. Little boy, wake up! Xiongqi shouted. Lin Feng opened his eyes and glanced at Xiongqi. There were holes in Lin Feng's clothes from the flames on Xiongqi's body. How come it's so cold? Asked Lin Feng confused. Look at the map. Where are we? Said Xiongqi. Lin Feng nodded and took out the jade stone with the map. The northern part of Bahuang province appeared in his head. Lin Feng said, we're in Black Crow village, not far from where we want to go. 3 more days left to travel, said Lin Feng. Their destination was the place where Emperor Shi and Emperor Yu were organizing the recruitment process. Black Crow village. Qiongqi's eyes were twinkling. It's an ancient village where many talented cultivators reside. Put the boat away. Many talented cultivators? Lin Feng obeyed. He jumped on Qiongqi's back and they flew down. Of course, they weren't as fast as the boat. Why do I feel so cold? Asked Lin Feng. Do the strong cultivators of the village release ice qi? No, it's an ancient town. No strong cultivator can release ice energy on the streets like this, replied Qiongqi. Lin Feng didn't understand. Little boy, good things are happening. Look above you, said Qiongqi. A silhouette passed in front of the bright moon and landed in a pitch-black place. Lin Feng was surprised. Another silhouette passed in front of the moon and landed, just like the first one. Qiongqi looked at the moon. More silhouettes appeared and landed. Lin Feng was feeling colder and colder. Are they human beings? Asked Lin Feng. I don't know, said Qiongqi shaking his head. The wind was blowing as more silhouettes passed in front of the moon and then disappeared. How fast, thought Lin Feng. They seemed to be as fast as his boat. They were probably high-level Zun cultivators. It seemed like Qiongqi was right. There were many strong cultivators living there. Chapter 985, Dragon Chant in the middle of Nai. It seems like something is happening here, thought Qiongqi, seemingly excited. Qiongqi likes it when unusual things happen, thought Lin Feng. Qiongqi simply thought of such things as opportunities. Brother, what was that shadow? It looked scary, said someone at that moment. The voice came from behind Lin Feng. Lin Feng turned around. Lin Feng recognized the 2 people behind him. A handsome young man and a beautiful young woman. Their qi was incredible. Brother Hua, said Lin Feng. The other one was surprised. He glanced at Lin Feng but didn't recognize him. Then, Hua Zhangfeng looked at Qiongqi and suddenly looked very surprised. Brother Lin? He knew Lin Feng with his other face. Indeed, said Lin Feng nodding. Hua Zhangfeng was very surprised. Brother Lin, I knew you'd come to Bahuang province, but I didn't imagine that we'd meet here, said Hua Zhangfeng smiling wholeheartedly. They had met in Ganyu, so meeting in a village in Bahuang province was a coincidence. After Lin Feng left the great sect meeting, he had heard a lot about Lin Feng. He hadn't thought the patriarch of the Xiaoyao sect would organize a meeting to kill the young man he had befriended. What a coincidence. Where are you going, Brother Hua? Asked Lin Feng. Here. Black Crow village, said Hua Zhangfeng. Lin Feng was surprised. Was something happening in that small village? Brother Lin, I heard about what happened in Tianqi. You're amazing. You cut off the Xiao sect patriarch's arm and forced an entire army to run away. It's a pity that I couldn't witness that, said Hua Zhangfeng laughing. He hadn't participated in the Battle of Tianqi because Yu Xiao and Prince Tianlin were there. Don't mention it, said Lin Feng laughing. Don't mention it. Hua Zhangfeng laughed. Lin Feng had caused so many troubles at the great sect meeting, then he had killed so many strong cultivators from Ganyu. Then, he disappeared in the middle of the crowd again. He had cast an illusion spell, disrupted the great sect meeting, injured so many people. Hua Zhangfeng hadn't forgotten about Lin Feng. By the way, Brother Hua, how come there are so many strong cultivators in Black Crow Village? Is anything happening? Asked Lin Feng. I know a few things about what is going on. There are many strong cultivators here, a few of my fellow disciples intended to join as well. Are you interested too? Said Hua Zhangfeng smiling. I need to know what's going on before I can be interested. Some people heard dragon chants in the middle of the night, said Hua Zhangfeng. It wasn't a secret, many people had heard about that. Dragon chants in the middle of the night? Lin Feng asked. Dragons were considered as extremely rare and powerful beasts in the cultivation world. According to legends, dragons had the same status as emperors in the animal world. Can we be sure that they were dragon chants? Said Lin Feng. Many people heard the dragon chants at night, we're quite sure, said Hua Zhangfeng. Besides, everybody knows where they came from. Everybody knows where they come from. Lin Feng didn't know. Was a dragon going to appear? No wonder so many strong cultivators had come. My fellow disciples and I came here out of curiosity because it's on our way. Strong cultivators came here as well, some of my fellow disciples are extremely strong too. I'm not much use here, said Hua Zhangfeng laughing. He could only observe if a dragon appeared. Lin Feng nodded and remembered Hua Zhangfeng was also an imperial cultivation disciple. He was probably from another part of Ba Huang province. Brother Lin, look over there, said Hua Zhangfeng pointing at something. Lin Feng gazed into the distance and saw a tower. That's the Black Crow Tower, it attracts many crows, hence the name. There's black water all around it which contains desolate qi, I don't know why. To get to the Black Crow Tower, you have to cross that water. The dragon chants are coming from that tower, said Hua Zhangfeng. Lin Feng was surprised. There was desolate qi in the water. The Huang Sea used to be a battlefield in the antiquity, and that water contains desolate qi. Could it have formed during battles in the antiquity as well? Whispered Lin Feng. Maybe, said Hua Zhangfeng smiling. Some people think the same way as you, but some others say that strong cultivators who understand desolate qi came here to practice cultivation and polluted the water. These are only guesses, of course. By the way, Brother Lin, you crossed the Huang Sea but since you took a boat, you didn't sense the desolate qi. The desolate qi from the water isn't as dense as the Huang Sea. Let's go, I'll show you, said Hua Zhangfeng. It seemed obvious that Lin Feng had taken a boat to cross the sea. Lin Feng couldn't tell Hua Zhangfeng that he had learned how to use desolate qi, he couldn't tell anyone that. Awesome, let's go, said Lin Feng smiling. Both of them chatted and laughed while walking. It didn't take long before they arrived at the foot of the tower. The water was really dark but not like the Huang Sea, and it did contain desolate qi. That qi didn't affect Lin Feng at all though. If he opened his bestial eye, he could swallow it easily. Hua Zhangfeng shook his hand and a boat appeared on the water. Brother Lin, after you, said Hua Zhangfeng. The siblings, Lin Feng and Qiong Qi jumped on the boat to sail across. Even though that desolate qi is not as strong as the one in the Huang Sea, it still affects cultivation. Cultivators of the bottom of the Tian Qi layer won't come here. Of course, Brother Lin, you are different. If that desolate qi was a bit stronger, maybe it would affect you then, said Hua Zhangfeng when he saw that Lin Feng was smiling indifferently. The same applies to you, said Lin Feng laughing. Another silhouette appeared and flew across. Hua Zhangfeng looked at that person and joked in a low voice, why not drink a sip of desolate qi when you're bored? The boat was slowly going across. Lin Feng lied down and took this time to relax. Woo! A sound spread in the air. Lin Feng suddenly stood up, startled. His blood started boiling as if it was going to explode. Brother Lin, what's wrong? Asked Hua Zhangfeng. It seemed like Lin Feng hadn't heard him, his blood was boiling, his body felt like it was going to explode. A dragon chant in the middle of the night. Chapter 986, The Crow's Caw When the Moon Goes Down. Lin Feng looked at Hua Zhangfeng. Lin Feng didn't understand what was going on. Lin Feng looked at the siblings. They were both looking at him strangely. They didn't understand. They didn't hear it, thought Lin Feng. He was the only one who had heard the dragon chant. Yan Di, did you hear anything? Asked Lin Feng using telepathy. He wanted to make sure. Xiong Qi looked at him and said, I haven't heard anything. What did you hear, little boy? The dragon chant, said Lin Feng. He had nothing to hide from Xiong Qi. Xiong Qi was surprised. Lin Feng had heard a dragon chant. It's nothing. I suddenly thought about something important, that's all, said Lin Feng to Hua Zhangfeng smiling. He didn't want to tell them he had heard the dragon chant. It was better to keep some things secret, he trusted that they wouldn't ask anyways. Hua Zhangfeng was skeptical, but thought it wouldn't be polite to ask for more information. He just looked back at the tower. There were many people flocking to the tower. Little boy, are you sure you really heard a dragon chant? Asked Xiong Qi in a grave and serious way. Dragons were imperial creatures. I'm not sure, said Lin Feng shaking his head. You're not sure? Asked Xiong Qi. I've never heard anything like that, so I can't be sure. But my body started shaking and my blood was boiling. It felt like my body was going to explode. It felt like blood strength, said Lin Feng. You've never had that kind of feeling before? Never, replied Lin Feng immediately. Your blood is very weak, said Xiong Qi. Because Lin Feng's blood wasn't strong enough, the dragon chant had caused a painful reaction in Lin Feng's body. Even those who had poor blood could have powerful reactions if the cause was intense enough. What type is your blood strength? Asked Xiong Qi. I don't know. I've heard that my mother's ancestor was a Zun cultivator who had swallowed the strength of a 9-headed dragon. Then, he turned it into blood strength before transmitting it to us as the 9-headed dragon spirit, replied Lin Feng. The 9-headed dragon. Xiong Qi's eyes were twinkling. No wonder your blood is so weak. Your ancestor was a Zun cultivator, but since you have the 9-headed dragon blood strength, you reacted to the dragon chant. However, it wasn't a long chant, because anyone can hear those. Oh. Lin Feng understood. A small shout like that had already caused him to react in quite a strong way though. Lin Feng looked at the Black Crow Tower. The cultivators who were going there had probably reacted like him. But they were probably stronger than him and didn't react so strongly. With a strong blood, cultivators could do things like Prince Tian Lin and Chou Jun Luo, like directly mixing their blood strength with their spirit. Brother Lin, something is happening, said Hua Zhangfeng. Indeed. Lin Feng nodded. Even more people were approaching. They had probably heard the dragon chant before, so they were going there now. Anything could happen, so people thought staying together was safer. Woo! Lin Feng started shaking and his blood started boiling again. Another dragon chant. That one was more intense than the one before. Lin Feng hid his reaction this time so Hua Zhangfeng didn't notice anything. Brother Lin, there are so many strong cultivators going there, should we go as well? Why not? Yes, let's go. Those strong cultivators don't care about us, said Lin Feng calmly even though his heart was pounding violently. 2 dragon chants, was something happening? Zhang Feng, shouted someone at that moment. Lin Feng and Hua Zhangfeng raised their heads and saw several people who all looked extraordinary. Brothers, you're here already, said Hua Zhangfeng. Zhang Feng, there were 2 dragon chants. Something might happen. You should leave with your sister, it's too dangerous for you guys, said someone in the sky and then left. Hua Zhangfeng was surprised, 2 dragon chants. Hua Zhangfeng looked at Lin Feng, he was going to say something. Brother Hua, wouldn't it be a pity not to see what's going on there, said Lin Feng with an indifferent smile. Of course, if you want to leave, I'll go alone. Ha, you're brave. How could I disappoint you, said Hua Zhangfeng with a nice smile. They continued moving forwards. Lin Feng smiled but remained speechless. Lin Feng heard a third dragon chant and his reaction was the same as before. Suddenly, the atmosphere became eerily calm. A pale light appeared. Lin Feng raised his head and saw people gathering in front of the moon. Craw, craw, crows cawed and flew away from the tower. What's going on? Said Hua Zhangfeng. What's wrong? Asked Lin Feng. Hua Zhangfeng looked at Lin Feng and said slowly, the crows caw when the moon goes down. The crows caw when the moon goes down. Lin Feng frowned. He didn't understand what Hua Zhangfeng meant. Brother Lin, when dragons chant in the middle of the night, it is an auspicious sign, it means good things will happen. When the crows caw when the moon goes down, it is an inauspicious sign, it means death, explained Hua Zhangfeng. He looked grave. Tonight, the dragons are chanting and the crows are cawing, that sounds like a battle between good and evil. I'm not familiar with those expressions, whispered Lin Feng. Could those expressions be taken seriously anyway? Indeed. In the past, people firmly believed those sayings. It's about cultivators fighting against the earth and sky, explained Hua Zhangfeng. Oh, it comes from the antiquity. Two forces emerging from the night. Lin Feng looked at Qiong Qi. Indeed. Qiong Qi nodded. Even an emperor believed in those things. Lin Feng felt excited, impatient and scared at the same time. What was going to happen? At that moment, the boat arrived on the land surrounding the tower. There were so many strong cultivators gathered there. Chapter 987, flowing backwards. There were many other towers on the island, but the Black Crow Tower was at the center. At the top of the towers surrounding the Black Crow Tower were many extremely hard black stones. They were so hard that it would be difficult for Tian-level cultivators to break them. Lin Feng was near the river, observing from a distance. There were 100 people gathered all together. The fact that the crows were cawing didn't seem to scare the cultivators away. How could they miss an opportunity? Of course, they were all high-level Zun cultivators. Tian-level cultivators should stay below because nobody knew what was going to happen. They could just watch from the bottom and see if they could get lucky with some treasures, if there was even an opportunity. When the crows caw, bad luck is bound to appear, someone said from the distance. Several more people landed on the tower. 3 chants, yet you're still so calm, I admire you, guys. The leader looked very young. His chi was unfathomable. Lin Feng frowned. That guy had the same smile as Yang Zilan. Brother Yang Zhan, you already started causing trouble even though you just arrived, someone said. Was that person a member of the Yang clan? Who's that guy, Brother Hua? Asked Lin Feng in a low voice. Yang Zhan from the Yang clan. He's a potential candidate to become the leader of the Yang clan in the future. Of course, there are other incredible cultivators our age in the Yang clan who could become leaders. They have to see how strong they will become in the future before deciding. There are many people in the Yang clan. Nobody can predict the future, but at this moment, he's the best, replied Hua Zhangfeng. What is his connection to Yang Zilan? Asked Lin Feng. His elder brother, but basically they're of the same generation. You've been here for a short time and have already made friends with the people from the Yang clan, I see, said Hua Zhangfeng with a smile. Made friends? Lin Feng shook his head, but said nothing. No wonder Yang Zhan was considered the best for his age. Yang Zilan and he were of the same generation, but Yang Zhan had already broken through to the Zun Qi layer. Hee hee. Yang Zhan laughed. They hadn't waited for him. They started because of the crows, nothing more. 3 chants, should we attack? Asked Yang Zhan. 3 chants have been heard. The veins of the earth are strong enough now, let's start. But, be careful not to damage the veins. Lin Feng frowned and whispered, why don't they start? What's the problem? Ignorant, said Cheong Chi in a despising way. He used telepathy to say, the earth has veins. The force of the earth and sky we use comes from those veins. That's a precious treasure the gods have given us. The chance of the dragon is a sign. Making the forces of the earth and sky unbalanced could lead to huge problems. I see, nodded Lin Feng. It was no wonder those strong cultivators were gathering, but not doing anything. The veins are solid enough now, so why not start? Shouted someone extremely loudly. That person then immediately landed on the Black Crow Tower, the highest one. What an arrogant guy, thought Lin Feng. Nobody was on the highest tower, not even Yang Zhan. The Black Crow Tower was the highest one, so it meant he despised everyone else. The most surprising thing was that cultivator had only broken through to the Tian Qi layer. They weren't even a Zun cultivator. Brother Xian Yan. Yang Zhan nodded at that guy. That guy was Xian Yuan. Xian Yuan looked at Yang Zhan and nodded indifferently. He was just being polite. Oh no, he's here too, thought many people. He wasn't a Zun cultivator, but he had amazing fighting abilities and his social status sufficed to scare people. Xian Yuan, sure. That's him, thought Lin Feng. He's the one who wants to rank first at Emperor Shi and Emperor Yu's recruitment process. He also wants to invite the 2 emperors to his wedding when he marries Yang Ziyi. They keep talking, blah blah blah. When will they start, damn? Cheong Chi looked impatient. Lin Feng rolled his eyes. There were so many strong cultivators there. Lin Feng didn't feel safe. Lin Feng, when you start later, beware of those people and also of the guy on the northern tower, said Cheong Chi using telepathy. Lin Feng looked in the direction of the northern tower and saw a silhouette. It was a cultivator in a black robe, but it was as if nobody had noticed him. Lin Feng nodded. That person was probably very dangerous. Do you think I'm going to participate? Lin Feng rolled his eyes. Are you afraid? An emperor is helping you and will protect you. Don't forget that I'm with you at all times, said Cheong Chi. Lin Feng turned to Cheong Chi and pet his head with a smile. I'm just doing that so that nobody notices you, said Lin Feng. Cheong Chi could secretly protect Lin Feng, how kind. Will you? Asked Cheong Chi. Lin Feng smiled and said, I will. Since Cheong Chi could protect him, why not participate? Everybody, let's start, said Xian Yuan. Everybody nodded. Alright, let's start. Yang Zhan added. Everybody nodded again and they started releasing qi. Break! Break! Shouted people furiously. The ground started shaking and a tsunami appeared on the gigantic river around the island. Bzzz. There were gigantic waves. Hua Zhangfeng used a technique so the water couldn't get into his boat. Lin Feng looked at the waves. Boom! The crowd saw some qi rise up and were surprised. Ah! A horrible shriek spread in the air. Up! Shouted Hua Zhangfeng loudly while taking his sister up into the air. Lin Feng and Cheong Chi rose up in the air too. The boat had broken in that exact moment. Ah, no! A horrible shriek spread in the air. Lin Feng and Cheong Chi jumped onto a tower and looked at the river. Desolate qi was rising quickly. Desolate qi. The river was flowing backwards and that desolate qi was concerning. The crows caw when the moon goes down, thought the crowd. How inauspicious. Chapter 988, Dragon Palace. Many people who were standing above the river died when the waves touched them, especially those who were weaker. In just that moment, around 100 people died. The crows were still cawing. Boom boom boom. Explosions sounded as people realized something was appearing where the water was previously. The water was flowing away and something appeared on its bed. Lin Feng was at the top of a tower. Just like the others, the distance between the towers was increasing, they were moving in every direction. The desolate qi was becoming even more intense as this was happening. A terrifying cloud rose up in the air. People raised their heads. They felt they couldn't breathe anymore. A silhouette appeared in the sky. It was a gigantic pitch-black dragon. A dragon, there is an actual dragon. People's hearts were pounding. That was an imperial animal. Boom boom, the water of the river was slowly being evacuated. But even though Lin Feng was standing on a tower, he was already at the same level as the water. The island with the towers had sunk about 100 meters into the water. The surroundings looked incredible yet inauspicious. It's not over. The tower on which Lin Feng was standing was still moving. It was sinking and moving outwards. At the beginning, the towers were lofty and not so far from each other. Now, there was a huge distance between the towers. Boom boom, an explosion sounded. A palace was slowly appearing from the water. It is a palace. Lin Feng was astonished. It was a gigantic dragon palace and there were carvings on it. It looked so old that Lin Feng couldn't guess its age. The carvings represented dragons. A dragon palace, said Qiong Qi. Lin Feng's heart started pounding. A dragon palace. It was actually a dragon palace. Lin Feng could only imagine what happened. The dragon palace had sunk in the water a long time ago and people had forgotten about it since. Desolate Qi. The crowd was speechless. Dragon chants, a dragon palace, desolate Qi. It meant that the legends were wrong. The desolate Qi had neither appeared because of battles in the antiquity nor because strong cultivators had practiced cultivation there. It was because of the dragon palace. Lin Feng turned around and saw that after the water flowed out of the hole where the dragon palace had appeared, it stopped flowing out as if the towers had acted as plugs. No, someone else gave a horrible shriek. That person fell from the sky, dead. They weren't able to withstand the power of the desolate Qi either. Even though the desolate Qi wasn't as intense as in the Huang Sea, it was still desolate Qi. Cultivators of the Tian Qi layer who weren't strong could barely survive. Why is there desolate Qi here? Why is there desolate Qi in the Huang Sea too? Whispered Lin Feng. Some people say that desolate Qi is the most primitive form of destruction energies, replied Qiong Qi. You want me to put you back in the animal tower? Nah, that's fine. Don't worry about me, said Qiong Qi looking at the palace. He then said, don't do anything yet. That dragon was been attacked a lot in the past, that's why it's acting like that. Lin Feng nodded. He didn't need Qiong Qi to tell him that. There were so many strong cultivators there, he clearly wasn't the best choice to do anything. The crows caw when the moon goes down. Of course there are people who'd die. Many people will die today, said Qiong Qi. He was seemingly talking to himself as he continued, but dragon chants in the middle of the night, it means there will be opportunities. Who will seize them? Little boy, it won't be easy for you to seize such an opportunity, you'll have to be perseverant. I'll do my best, said Lin Feng. He didn't understand what it had to do with determination, making these efforts was enough. Xian Yuan took this moment to jump towards the dragon palace. He had only broken through to the Tian Qi layer, but he had balls. Xian Yuan arrived in front of the entrance, he raised his hands and a celestial golden axe appeared. Then, Xian Yuan hit the entrance of the dragon palace with his axe. Kacha, crackling sounds spread in the air. Maybe because Xian Yuan was strong, or maybe because the dragon palace was old and not solid. The attack worked anyway. Golden lights surrounded Xian Yuan's body and his blood spirit emitted whistling sounds, he jumped forwards and broke through the desolate Qi. Then, he entered the dragon palace. Xian Yuan is so strong, his blood strength is amazing, thought the crowd. Xian Yuan, just like the rumors stated, was incredible and fearless. He was the first to enter the dragon palace. "Let's go," shouted a voice loudly. The Zun cultivators released a powerful qi and followed him. "Let's go in," said Lin Feng to Cheong Qi. They also followed. "Brother Lin, it's dangerous," said Hua Zhangfeng. He was surprised that Lin Feng wanted to go into the palace. Lin Feng was brave. Hua Zhangfeng could barely withstand the oppressive power of the desolate qi, and surprisingly, Lin Feng wanted to go inside the palace. "Brother Hua, this place really seems dangerous." "Leave if you can," said Lin Feng. Then, he turned around and went into the dragon palace. Hua Zhangfeng was astonished. Xian Yuan and Lin Feng were the only two Tian-level cultivators there. But Xian Yuan had imperial blood, he had a powerful family, he had also broken through to the 7th Tian Qi layer. However, Lin Feng had only broken through to the 2nd Tian Qi layer, saying he was brave wasn't even enough anymore. If Lin Feng hadn't previously impressed him, he would think that Lin Feng was insane and suicidal. The desolate qi was incredible inside that castle. Lin Feng didn't mind though, he could control it. Cheong Qi released fire which burned the desolate qi slowly. "Piss off." Some people passed in front of Lin Feng very quickly. Dead animal ghosts, damn. Something was attacking Cheong Qi, but he avoided the attack. Then, Lin Feng turned around and saw some people fight the animals. Those animals were dead, but their ghosts were very active. "Little boy, help me." "They are not afraid of fire," said Cheong Qi. Lin Feng attacked the dead animals which were attacking Cheong Qi. He punched one of them, as if the dead animal had sensed it, it also punched the air in Lin Feng's direction. Boom boom. The strength of the ghost made Lin Feng groan with pain. "Shit," swore Lin Feng. Cheong Qi was so strong yet couldn't do anything. Boom. A sound spread in the air. A dead animal had exploded when Xian Yuan crushed them. He looked like an overlord. "Damn cultivator of the 2nd Tian Qi layer, piss off," said Xian Yuan tat Lin Feng. He was furious. His voice was so loud that Lin Feng thought his blood was going to explode, he even started bleeding. Xian Yuan didn't look at him again and continued moving towards the depths of the dragon palace. The dead beasts couldn't stop him. "Xian Yuan, you're so cruel," thought Lin Feng looking at him, but he didn't leave. He followed the crowd into the depths of the palace. Chapter 989, Dragon's Heart, Imperial Blood. "Did you sense it?" Cheong Qi was terribly excited and smiled at Lin Feng. Lin Feng looked at Cheong Qi angrily. Was Cheong Qi gloating over his misfortune? Of course he sensed it. Xian Yuan had shouted and Lin Feng's blood started boiling because of that imperial blood strength. Xian Yuan had a strong blood, which some low-level Zun cultivators couldn't even compete with. "Don't look at me that way. It's good for you to see those kinds of people," said Cheong Qi smiling. He continued, "Let's follow them. If we're the last ones, we won't be able to get any treasures." Lin Feng nodded. They followed Xian Yuan and the other Zun cultivators into the depths of the dragon palace. Soon they arrived in a room with several gigantic dragon scales inside that contained a terrifying qi. Dragon scales. Lin Feng also had some dragon scales. He obtained a couple of them back in the mysterious world. However, his dragon scales weren't as big. Those dragon scales were as big as 2 hands. Boom! The Zun cultivators' silhouettes flickered, a few of them started picking up dragon scales. Roar! A very loud and terrifying dragon sound shook the palace. It made everybody shiver. Cheong Qi didn't say anything, but instantly grabbed Lin Feng and pulled him back. They very quickly retreated. Roar! Roar! The dragon sounds came from the dragon scales. Lin Feng realized that the Zun cultivators who had picked up dragon scales had collapsed and were now motionlessly lying on the ground. They're dead. Lin Feng was astonished. Luckily, they had ran backwards and hadn't touched the dragon scales themselves. The dragon shouts were incredible, they contained an obscure strength which could kill people's souls. Those who had thrown away the dragon scales hadn't died though. Their blood just started flowing with an incredible speed and their hearts started pounding. They couldn't calm down. An incredible strength had been sealed in those dragon scales. A Zune-level beast must have done that. He hadn't turned into an imperial beast yet, otherwise, nobody could have escaped. Dragons are imperial beasts in the sense that they're noble. That Zune-level beast had already reached the top of the Zune Chi layer and very few Zune-level cultivators or beasts could defeat him, explained Xiong Qi to Lin Feng using telepathy. Apart from emperor-level beasts, that Zune-level beast probably had no equal. We can't take the dragon scales, people were furious. There were treasures in front of them, but they handle them. At that moment, Xian Yuan continued. His blood was emitting roaring sounds. A blood-like red light illuminated the atmosphere and it came from Xian Yuan's hand. The light then turned into an actual dragon. Capture, roar. A dragon scale flew into Xian Yuan's hand. Roaring and whistling sounds spread in the air. Everything felt like it was going to collapse. His blood strength had turned into a dragon and grabbed the dragon scales. Then, they disappeared. He put them in his ring. Brother Xian Yuan, no wonder you have imperial blood, said Yang Zhan. Xian Yuan could do what Zune cultivators couldn't do. Let's go. I don't want to waste any time here, said Xian Yuan. The crows had cawed, but the dragon kept chanting. They were wondering where the chant came from. The remaining Zune cultivators followed Xian Yuan. Lin Feng remained motionless though. One person was left in the room, it was the black silhouette Xiong Qi had warned him about. He glanced at Lin Feng and said in a deep voice, a cultivator of the second Tian Qi layer can surprisingly survive in such a dense desolate Qi. Then, he turned around and released a strange and enigmatic strength which surrounded the dragon scales. He opened his hands and the scales suddenly appeared there. Lin Feng was aghast. Especially since that the cultivator had managed to grab the dragon scales without them emitting any sound. You're an animal, said Xiong Qi. The cultivator was about to leave, but stopped again. He turned his head, looked at Xiong Qi and said, there are some things you shouldn't say, even if you know you're right. His tone was ice-cold. He released an ice-cold qi which suddenly enveloped Lin Feng and Xiong Qi. There's no need to be like that, we're the same, said Xiong Qi turning into a human being as well. He was surrounded by beautiful red lights. We, said that person looking at Lin Feng. Xiong Qi was a beast, Lin Feng was clearly a human being. Show him, said Xiong Qi to Lin Feng. Lin Feng was nervous, what did Xiong Qi mean? However, he looked at the cultivator and opened his bestial consciousness. Strange, you're a beast but I didn't sense it, said the cultivator looking at Lin Feng. He had a bestial consciousness, he definitely had to be an animal. No wonder the desolate qi didn't affect him. It was his secret as well. We're brothers, since we're here and since we're the same, let's join hands and benefit from these opportunities, said Xiong Qi. Alright, I agree, said the dark shadow and then he left. He's a beast. Lin Feng was still thinking it over. He looked at Xiong Qi who had turned into a human being. Xiong Qi was a bit careless sometimes. Little boy, we're weak but now we have a new friend, isn't that great, said Xiong Qi who looked handsome as a human being. He had a friendly yet strange smile. Lin Feng wasn't used to that smile. Lin Feng and Xiong Qi continued moving into the depths of the dragon palace. There were some dead bodies and all of them were marine animals. Lin Feng even saw the skeleton of a flood dragon, unfortunately, there was nothing left to take from it. They continued moving along and arrived in a dazzling palace. The desolate qi was incredible there. Lin Feng was surprised, there was a real dragon there, but it was dead. It was a dozen meters long, even though it was dead, it looked majestic. Its claws were in the ground as if it had dug into it. Its head pointed upwards as if it were chanting. There were gigantic crystals in its mouth which contained bestial chi. There were grey dragon illusions around it, as if they were protecting the crystal. A dragon heart, people were astonished. It was an actual dragon heart, it absolutely contained an incredible strength. The Zune cultivators didn't try to take it, but they looked greedy. Surprisingly, there was a dragon heart in the dragon palace. Even though they all wanted it, nobody moved. It contained an incredible strength and they were all wondering how powerful it was. That kind of strength could possibly kill them instantly. Even Xian Yuan didn't act carelessly. He didn't know how powerful the strength it contained was. He couldn't evaluate it. However, Qiong Qi's eyes were twinkling. Nobody could know what he was thinking. Chapter 990, I didn't kill you though. Yen Di, can we take it? Asked Lin Feng. His eyes were twinkling as well. The heart of a Zune-level beast was extremely precious. If you want to die, go and try. If you touch it, you'll instantly die, said Qiong Qi. Lin Feng smiled wryly. Even the Zune cultivators who were there didn't dare touch it. What can we do? Asked Lin Feng annoyed. Could they only enjoy looking at it? Wait, they're not in a rush, why are you? Replied Qiong Qi. Lin Feng remained silent and observed. At that moment, a black silhouette slowly walked towards the heart. He was surrounded by grey qi. Everybody looked, but nobody prevented him from trying. The grey qi surrounded the heart. Kacha! A terrifying thunderclap light illuminated the atmosphere. The grey qi turned pale blue like a lightning and thunder energies penetrated into the heart which caused everything to start shaking violently. Boom boom boom. The whole room started shaking violently as well as the people inside. Kacha, boom ka, the thunder kept emitting roars all around. Roar, 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 the dragon was shouting furiously. An explosion sounded as people's blood suddenly started boiling. Qiong Qi and Lin Feng were very far. However, Lin Feng was injured and groaned with pain. Blood splashed out of his mouth and his face turned deathly pale. Lin Feng raised his head, speechless. If he had tried to get the heart, he would have died. Slash, slash. The thunder lights were dazzling and the heart was still shaking. A dragon shadow appeared around the heart. The grey energy seemed like it was alive as well. Let's do it together. Otherwise, nobody will get the heart, said Xian Yuan at that moment. His blood strength started rolling in the air and a blood spear appeared. Die, shouted Xian Yuan furiously while throwing his spear at the dragon shadow. Roar, the dragon moved towards Xian Yuan and turned into a terrifying desolate qi shadow. Boom. Blood-like red lights enveloped Xian Yuan's body. He was using his blood strength to protect himself. The desolate qi couldn't affect him, so it dispersed. The other strong cultivators also started moving. However, 2 Zune cultivators died because of their carelessness. They had underestimated that desolate qi. Those dragon shadows are trying to kill all of us, thought Lin Feng. He had thought that the dragon shadows were just protecting the heart, he hadn't thought they could also attack people. Die, die, shouted the cultivators furiously while jumping towards the dragon shadows. Bzzz. A terrifying wave of energy emerged from the heart as the whole area was filled with bestial energies. It was as if time and space were frozen. The cultivators suddenly felt petrified, they could barely move. Dragon constriction strength, whispered Qiong Qi. The lights which surrounded the cultivators turned into dragon shadows. That was dragon constriction energy was a special ability dragons had. Little boy, that heart contains extremely pure dragon strength, they can't get to it. They will die if they keep trying, said Qiong Qi using telepathy. They were stuck there, even though they were standing far away and didn't participate in the battle. Break, shouted Xian Yuan furiously. His blood emitted whistling sounds again and surrounded the dragon constriction energy. Xian Yuan's blood was powerful, but it alone couldn't break the dragon constriction energy. Everybody was constricted as if they had fallen into quicksand. Xian Yuan seemed like he understood something as he slowly moved away. All-embracing power, capture. Dazzling lights appeared behind Xian Yuan. The dazzling lights suddenly surrounded the heart, mysterious marks appeared and started flowing inside the heart. Holy marks, holy weapon. Qiongqi was surprised and angry. Oh no, he's got a holy weapon, a very powerful one at that. Boom boom, the holy marks flowed into the heart. The whole room started shaking violently again. It seemed like it was going to collapse as water started flowing into the room. Xian Yuan continued using his weapon. He mixed his blood strength with the holy weapon and slowly moved his hands. He wanted to capture the heart with the all-embracing power spell. The heart kept shaking violently. Stop him, shouted someone furiously. Yang Zhan, help me, shouted Xian Yuan furiously. His blood strength seemed like it was going to explode. He was barely handling it. Alright, said Yang Zhan jumping forwards. He arrived behind Xian Yuan and released sword energies which lacerated everything. Cut marks appeared everywhere on the walls. He was protecting Xian Yuan from those who wanted to attack him. Piss off. Black energies appeared and moved towards Yang Zhan. Go back, shouted Yang Zhan. Two mountain shadows appeared and moved towards the attacker. Boom boom, the black energies and the mountain-like energy collided. The room shook even more violently. Water was flowing everywhere now, it covered everybody, but nobody paid attention to it. It's mine, fuck off, shouted Xian Yuan furiously. He jumped forwards and tried to grab the heart with his all-embracing power spell. Snowflakes suddenly appeared in the room. Many people were wondering what it was and where it came from. Empty space bestial illusion technique, thought Lin Feng. His snowy tunnel appeared. In a flash, Xian Yuan was in the tunnel. He stretched his hand but he was moving farther and farther away from his all-embracing power weapon. He was losing control. Slash, slash, the holy marks disappeared and the bestial strength contained in the heart broke the constriction of the all-embracing power weapon. Boom! Bestial lights invaded the room again. Who did that? Xian Yuan was furious. He released his qi. Surprisingly, someone had gotten to him at the very last minute. The snow disappeared and the heart attacked Xian Yuan. Piss off. Xian Yuan was furious. His blood strength was boiling. However, he couldn't block the strength from the heart which crashed onto him. Blood splashed everywhere. Boom boom boom, the heart started to shake violently again, it seemed furious. A few people's godly awareness were even attacked and they died instantly. Boom boom, the heart was attacking the dragon palace which seemed like it was going to collapse. Roar! Xian Yuan shouted furiously and glanced at everybody. Who attacked him by surprise? He didn't have time to look for the guilty one now, it was more important to get the heart. He would settle accounts later, though. I didn't kill you though, thought Lin Feng with a cold smile. Chapter 991, Chanting and Talking Dragon. The other strong cultivators started breaking the palace. They wanted to leave by any means they could, the heart was too dangerous. Let's go, said Lin Feng while starting to run. He wanted to leave too, but Qiongqi suddenly shouted, stop. Lin Feng stopped and looked at Qiongqi, perplexed. We're not leaving. You can use your demon seal stones to oppress the room, said Qiongqi annoyed. Wasn't the palace going to be flooded and the cultivators going to drown? Lin Feng was surprised. Loud sounds kept blasting in the palace. The statues and the skeletons were shaking and breaking apart, and they were already almost submerged. The room was going to collapse. What did Qiongqi intend to do? Are we not leaving? Asked Lin Feng. We're not leaving. Hurry up and seal the room. If we leave, we won't obtain the heart. Those idiots don't understand how the dragon heart functions, said Qiongqi. Lin Feng was speechless. Qiongqi despised those people too much. Interesting, said Lin Feng, but he didn't hesitate anymore. He took out a demon seal stone and used it on the walls of the room. The water stopped and then continued following. Lin Feng looked at Qiongqi and asked, "What's going on?" "The dragon left his heart there on purpose to draw those idiots' attention," said Qiongqi, walking towards the heart. Qiongqi looked at the claws of the dragon. "If the dragon had anything really important, it's in his claws under his belly on which he's lying," said Qiongqi. His eyes were twinkling. "You mean that there's something in his claws?" Lin Feng was staring at Qiongqi. "Let's see if we can move the carcass," said Qiongqi. Lin Feng released sword qi. "Break!" he shouted furiously. Lin Feng's hand turned into a sword which he used to cut into the skeleton. Metallic sounds clanked as the arm of the dragon was cut, but the claws were still firmly stuck in the ground. His body decomposed from the desolate qi, even though he used to be more resistant. "It is only because it was weakened from the qi that you can cut into him, otherwise you wouldn't have had such an easy time," said Qiongqi. Lin Feng was trying to move the claw but it was firmly stuck. It really looked like it was protecting something. "It's not that solid, break it," said Qiongqi. Lin Feng nodded. His hand turned into a sword again. He was now trying to saw the claw off, which he was succeeding, bit by bit. There was nothing in the ground, only the dragon's footprint. Lin Feng frowned and looked at Qiongqi. Qiongqi walked over and inspected the footprint intensely. Then, he started carving things in the ground. He was drawing a dragon. Lin Feng was wondering what Qiongqi was doing. Mysterious marks appeared, dragon marks. "As expected, there's a dragon language technique hidden in the ground," said Qiongqi. His eyes were twinkling. Fortunately, Qiongqi understood those things. Lin Feng would have never been able to find them on his own. What was hidden under the dragon was probably more precious than his heart. The heart was there just to distract people. "Can we break it?" asked Lin Feng. "If you break it, you'll ruin everything the dragon did," said Qiongqi in a despising way. He then added, "Those marks connect the whole palace, I need time. I hope those idiots won't find out what I'm doing, otherwise, the whole plan will be ruined." At the same time, Qiongqi was opening the marks. Lin Feng was very nervous. He was scared that the others would find out what they're doing. The others were only interested in the heart at the moment, so Lin Feng and Qiongqi still had time. Qiongqi was using his full strength to draw things into ground with his fastest speed. More and more marks were appearing. It seemed like something was sealed underneath them. What's hidden underneath? The dragon made such great efforts to hide that treasure. Lin Feng's eyes were twinkling. Waves of energies kept coming out of the heart and making the whole room shake. Water was still flowing into the room. The dragon had used various methods to prevent most people from finding his treasures. What was he hiding precisely? Boom, boom, boom. The palace shook even more violently as a magnificent and dazzling light illuminated the atmosphere which contained bestial strength. The dragon had used various special and deadly methods to distract people. He had fooled everyone but Qiongqi. The palace was shaking even more violently. As Qiongqi discovered the carvings, the lights were becoming more intense. Boom, the whole room started collapsing. The demon seal stone couldn't keep the room together any longer. Roar, the dragon roared. Lin Feng collapsed from the intensity of the sound. The voice had actually came from the skeleton. Kacha, kaboom. The skeleton started breaking apart and falling into ashes. The skeleton is breaking apart. The last sound the dragon had emitted sounded like he wasn't happy at all, as if he hadn't thought that Qiongqi would find out about his secret. "We don't have much more time, hurry up," said Lin Feng. The dragon palace was falling apart and people outside wanted to come back and see. "All right," said Qiongqi. The ground was breaking apart following two marks in two directions. There's another cave underneath it, Lin Feng realized. With the room collapsing, they would soon be buried in that room if they stayed any longer. Roar, Lin Feng started shaking violently. Dragon chants in the middle of the night. Lin Feng's blood was boiling even more intensely than before. That was a real dragon chant. A dazzling red light appeared. This time, the chant of the dragon didn't stop. Lin Feng's blood was boiling. He couldn't calm down. What a scary sensation. At the same time, he kept looking at the underground room which was appearing in front him. Little boy, let's get down quickly, shouted Cheong Chi. He grabbed Lin Feng and jumped into the underground room. The dragon voice was stopping the other cultivators in their tracks. Chapter 992, I Am Yen Di. Lin Feng and Cheong Chi jumped into the underground room. They were wrapped up in bestial chi and Lin Feng's blood was still boiling. A small room appeared. There was also blood-red light which was now in front of him. It looked alive as it illuminated the entire room red. It contained a terrifying bestial chi and seemed to have been there for a very long time. Alright, seal the blood and don't let a drop spill over. Let's see what it contains, said Cheong Chi. That was pure dragon blood after all. Little boy, hurry up, swallow that blood, said Cheong Chi to Lin Feng. Lin Feng was astonished. Swallow? That blood was even thicker than the one he had seen in the mysterious world. Could he swallow that? Hurry up, it would be a waste not to swallow it. Hurry up, shouted Cheong Chi furiously. He then tapped Lin Feng's back and Lin Feng tripped and fell into the blood. Lin Feng's blood seemed like it was going to explode. He could even hear the sound of his own blood boiling. He raised his head and sensed the strength of that blood. He could still see Cheong Chi, but it felt surreal. Hurry up, little boy. You want to die? Do you want to be bullied and humiliated your entire life? That's an incredible opportunity you have now. Don't make me feel like I wasted my time with you, shouted Cheong Chi. Lin Feng was still hesitating. How annoying. Some others wouldn't have hesitated. You're pissing me off really bad, shouted Cheong Chi furiously. At that moment, Lin Feng's eyes twinkled. Did he want to be bullied and humiliated his entire life? Did he like being despised by other people? Of course not. No matter who, Prince Tian Lin, Cho Jun Luo, they all have a powerful blood strength, they are strong and despised Lin Feng with their inherited strengths. Even Xian Yuan was like that, he inherited an emperor's blood strength. However, the Zun cultivator in Lin Feng's family had existed thousands of years before him. Their family's blood strength had faded with time. I'll take the risk. Lin Feng opened his mouth and started swallowing the blood. He could sense its power in his throat. Lin Feng felt overwhelmed, like he was going to explode. His veins were getting bigger, his visceral organs were burning. Use your blood strength to absorb it. Make your blood strength fuse together with it. You have a little bit of dragon blood, absorb as much as you can with it and try to waste as little as possible. You can also make the rest that you can't fuse with your blood energy, fuse with your flesh, shouted Cheong Chi. Cheong Chi looked at the blood and raised his hands, he started absorbing too. Lin Feng couldn't absorb all the blood by himself anyway. They couldn't afford to waste any of it. Roar, the dragon was still changing as more marks appeared. Cheong Chi looked at Lin Feng. Lin Feng's eyes were closed. A crystal appeared, a dragon blood crystal which contained life and bestial strength. It's a heart. Cheong Chi shouted furiously, stop. However, Lin Feng didn't stop. He was still swallowing everything as if the world around him didn't exist anymore. Because he didn't stop, he swallowed the heart. Cheong Chi's eyes were wide open in shock. You bastard! Animal! You're useless, shouted Cheong Chi. He was fuming with anger. Lin Feng had swallowed the whole heart. The dragon heart contained incredible energies. Cheong-chi wanted to use a part of it too, but Lin Feng took it all for himself. Cheong-chi was really annoyed. Roar, the dragon chant was making the whole room shake now. Lin Feng was shaking so violently that blood splashed out of his mouth. He opened his eyes and felt confused. Cheong-chi was astonished. A dragon's shadow appeared in front of them and it had murder in his eyes. "You ate my child," said the dragon while staring at Lin Feng. Roar, the dragon roared furiously. Lin Feng was still bleeding. His child? Cheong-chi was astonished too. He suddenly understood everything though. The dragon's spirit had used its last remaining strength to protect his child. Everything was clear now. No wonder the dragon didn't want other people to discover his secret. However, Lin Feng had carelessly swallowed his child whole. "Damn human being. Die," shouted the dragon. "If you kill him, you'll kill your child too," said Cheong-chi. The dragon was already in front of Lin Feng. He was about to crush Lin Feng to death with his claws, but stopped and turned around. He coldly stared at Cheong-chi. "There are many strong cultivators outside right now. If you kill him, even if your child comes out, the strong cultivators will come in and kill your child all the same. All your efforts will have been in vain," said Cheong-chi in a solemn and respectful way. Cheong-chi's words affected the dragon. "Indeed, that would be pointless. You'll both die though." "No matter what," said the dragon. "You're a dragon. He swallowed your blood. He'll have your blood in his body from now on. Even though he ate your child, he didn't kill him. Now, with his blood strength, he can raise your child. He can protect him. That's better than being stuck in here for eternity," said Cheong-chi. The dragon looked perplexed, but still looked furious. He looked at Cheong-chi and said, "I don't believe you, you'll kill my child. I guarantee you will do our best to make your child come back to life." "You're a stupid animal, how can you guarantee anything?" said the dragon. "Bullshit, look at me carefully, do I look like a Tian-level beast?" "Could a Tian-level beast understand dragon language and carve dragon marks?" said Cheong-chi. His hair was fluttering with energies. He looked majestic and powerful as stared back at the dragon, fearlessly and proudly. Cheong-chi looked aggressive, powerful, dignified and majestic at that moment. Lin Feng was astonished. Cheong-chi even looked extremely handsome. But at the same time, Lin Feng still couldn't realize he had eaten a baby dragon. "Who are you?" asked the dragon. He could sense that Cheong-chi was extraordinary. That kind of chi couldn't be feigned. It was a power that resonated from deep in someone's bones. "I am the Flame Emperor Yen Di. I lost my cultivation level because of an incredible war a long time ago, so now I have the body of a Tian-level beast. But I guarantee you, you can trust us." "Don't worry," said Cheong-chi whose hair was still fluttering. The dragon looked at Cheong-chi calmly and respectfully, even an incredible dragon respected Yen Di. Chapter 993, More and more people around the dragon. Yen Di. Yen Di was a great emperor back in the day. Cheong-chi looked domineering and majestic. His chi looked extraordinary. Even the dragon felt like he could trust Yen Di. Even though Cheong-chi had lost his cultivation level and his powers, maybe he could recover them in the future. If such a day came, Cheong-chi would easily be able to kill and destroy some of the strongest living beings in the cultivation world. "You guarantee that you won't kill my child and will protect him?" said the dragon. "I, Yen Di, promise you. Whenever we have the opportunity, we'll even make your child come back to life," said Yen Di again in a solemn and respectful way. The dragon remained silent as his shadow became less and less distinct, as if he was going to disappear. "Roar," the dragon raised his head and roared. He had no choice. He had to seize that opportunity. Yen Di was a great emperor, Even though the dragon couldn't be 100% sure Yen Di would protect his child, he had no choice but believe him. What could he do anyways? As Yen Di had said, even if he took his child out of Lin Feng, what could he do? Keep him imprisoned in a cave? With Yen Di, the dragon child would have many opportunities. He had no choice. I believe you, please take care of my child, said the dragon while lowering his head. He was submitting to Yen Di, for his child. Let me ask you one last thing. Without the seal, your blood could disperse and then you'd disappear. Can you put all your blood in his and make your blood and his fuse together, as well as all your strength? That way you'll also be in his blood and you'll even be able to protect your child forever. Yen Di said in a solemn and respectful way. Lin Feng was on the sideline here, but was receiving all the benefits. At least the dragon didn't want to kill him anymore. Lin Feng admired Yen Di. He was audacious, brave and strong. Yen Di really looked like an emperor at that moment. He's a great emperor after all, I must remember to be nice to him in the future, thought Lin Feng. If Yen Di had heard Lin Feng's thoughts, he would have slapped him. That's also a way of showing your gratitude. Lin Feng will remember that forever and take good care of your child, continued Yen Di. The dragon nodded and bowed in front of Yen Di. Take care of my child. Thank you. Then, he looked at Lin Feng, roared and in a flash, all his blood started flowing into Lin Feng's body. Roar, his roar sounded a bit sad. The illusion slowly disappeared as it penetrated into his body. Lin Feng started shaking violently again. Cherish my child, said a voice in Lin Feng's head. The sensation was completely different this time. His blood felt like it was changing. The dragon blood and strength penetrated into Lin Feng's body. He was helping Lin Feng assimilate his blood. His blood was becoming Lin Feng's blood. Boom boom. The palace was already destroyed. That small room seemed like it was going to collapse as well. They're here. Qiong Qi and Lin Feng glanced at each other. The dragon had roared so loudly that it drew people's attention to them. They hadn't come earlier because they were trying to take the heart. Lin Feng and Qiong Qi didn't know if they had managed to take it or not by now. Qi opened his mouth and spat out fire. Lin Feng was suddenly surrounded by flames. Qiong Qi was masking the dragon Qi around him. Hurry up and get to the surface. Wait for me there, I'll clean the room in the meantime, said Qiong Qi. Lin Feng nodded and rose up in the air. Qiong Qi continued spitting out fire everywhere to clean the room, removing any evidence of dragon energies. Even if someone found the room, they wouldn't be able to tell what there was before. Boom boom boom. Lin Feng took back his demon seal stone. His blood was still boiling, but it was properly covered up with the fire. Then, Qiong Qi came out too. They mingled in with the crowd again. There were many Tian-level cultivators in the room now. They had come in afterwards. They looked at Lin Feng and Qiong Qi unhappily. The heart was still shaking violently. No wonder nobody had paid attention to what was happening underground. The water and the dragon's shadow had also disappeared. It was no wonder that it had attracted so many people. Nobody could take the heart though, only Zun cultivators could try taking it. What did you steal? Show it, said one of them coldly. If you want to steal our treasures, come and fight us. We're at the bottom of the Tian Qi layer. But, we only fell into that room when the room collapsed. What could we get with our cultivation level? Said Qiong Qi pointing at the ruins around. However, those people smiled coldly. If those two couldn't get treasures, why would they have come out then? We all heard the dragon chant and you're telling us you didn't get anything? Who would believe you? Said those people with cold smiles. That came from the dragon scales. If you don't believe us, go and see for yourself. Authentic dragon chants and scales can kill people, we would never get near, said Qiong Qi pointing to some dragon scales. I'll go and see. At that moment, someone's silhouette flickered. That person moved to the dragon scales, put some stones away and grabbed it. Roar, a terrifying dragon roar spread in the air. In a flash, that person was dead. Everybody was speechless as they looked back at Xiongqi. I told you that those dragon scales could kill people instantly. I didn't try to fool you. If you're too greedy, go and take a risk, said Xiongqi. Lin Feng was calmly standing there. He had to pretend to be calm even though his blood was boiling. If he showed that he wasn't feeling normal, people would guess he obtained something. They all stared at Xiongqi. He did warn them that touching those scales could kill people. We believe you for now, said someone. He moved towards the scale. That was annoying, there were treasures, but they couldn't take them. Then, they all left but a middle-aged man. He looked at Lin Feng and Xiongqi coldly. What's wrong? Asked Xiongqi. If I kill you both, I'll know for sure if you got treasures or not, said the cultivator with a cold smile. Without saying anything, he threw himself at Lin Feng. You want to die, shouted Xiongqi furiously. His red hair fluttered in the wind as he released fire energy. The cultivator's facial expression changed drastically. He suddenly turned around, but it was too late, he was already surrounded by fire. Ah! He gave a horrible shriek and suddenly looked terrified. That fire was burning him alive. In a flash, he turned into ashes. Xiongqi stopped next to Lin Feng and said, Hurry up, you obtained such great treasures, and I still need to protect you. Lin Feng remained speechless. What was happening to him right now wasn't his fault after all. Chapter 994, Mu Chen, you're really strong. That guy had broken through to the 5th Tianqi layer and you killed him in less than a second, said Lin Feng smiling. Of course I did. I'm an emperor, said Xiongqi proudly. Alright, you'll fight from now on, said Lin Feng. Xiongqi rarely fought after all. Dream on. Back when, I was an ordinary cultivator. Only after I fought a lot and became an imperial cultivator did I become a great emperor, a Zun emperor. You and I are different. You've only broken through to the 2nd Tianqi layer. You can't afford to act lazily. You need to fight and suffer to become a Zun cultivator. Xiongqi explained. Xiongqi then thought, I still need to improve my fire, I can't waste energy. You're not nice, said Lin Feng. Xiongqi used to be a great emperor, then he had lost his power and had taken Xiongqi's body. He was even aggressive and impatient. Later, Lin Feng had helped him obtain the void fire and now Lin Feng couldn't even see how strong he was anymore. If he helped him anymore, Xiongqi would become too strong. Roar, Lin Feng and Xiongqi raised their heads. The dragon heart was dazzling. Many dragon shadows appeared and started roaring, they suddenly surrounded all those Zun cultivators. No wonder that dragons are the emperors of the animal world. They're so strong, sighed Lin Feng. 2 cultivators were trying to steal the heart, but the dragon shadows swallowed them and killed them. That heart contains authentic dragon strength. The dragon heart you swallowed belonged to a newborn baby, luckily. It didn't contain much dragon strength, otherwise, you'd have died on the spot, said Xiongqi to Lin Feng using telepathy. Do I really have to raise the dragon baby now? Whispered Lin Feng. I personally promised that to the dragon. In the future, you'll have a dragon pet for yourself, that's not bad, said Xiongqi smiling. Lin Feng understood. With the dragon, both would become much stronger. Yan Di might even become an animal emperor with the help of a dragon. Lin Feng sometimes didn't understand some of the logic behind some events. What would it feel like to raise a dragon though? Was it the same feeling as being pregnant? I swallowed your blood and you made your blood fuse together with mine, dragon. I must remain faithful, thought Lin Feng. That was a fact. The dragon heart is going to become weaker and weaker, they'll manage to take it sooner or later, but it is already not so useful anymore. What a bunch of idiots, thought Xiongqi watching the crowd. At that moment, there were even more people surrounding the heart. They wanted to steal the dragon heart. Xian Yuan, Yang Zhan and the one in black clothes. The one in black clothes seemed particularly interested in the dragon heart. He was ready to risk his life for it even. He was a beast after all, that dragon heart could be extremely useful to him. I know what kind of beast he is, said Cheong Chi while staring at the man in black clothes. At that moment, he had gigantic black wings emitting thunderous sounds which contained a terrifying strength. What kind? Asked Lin Feng. He had the wings of a gigantic rock and thunderous energies. Lin Feng had never seen such an animal. Mixed breed, lightning vulture and great rock. He's a lightning rock. He's extremely strong and fast. It's a rare race to encounter, whispered Cheong Chi. Lin Feng calmly listened. He had never heard of such animals. There were many breeds in the animal world and Lin Feng wasn't familiar with zoology in the slightest. Lin Feng came from Shuiyu, but there weren't even that many Tian-level beasts there. If we give that dragon heart to our teachers, they'll probably be very happy, said someone indifferently. He hadn't arrived yet, but the people who were there could hear him. The crowd glanced around to see who that person was. Was he insane? Giving the heart to his teachers. They had been there for such a long time, trying to get the dragon heart. That would be a great gift for our teachers. You precisely wanted to offer a gift to our teachers, said someone else. The ones who had been trying to get the heart for a long time were getting angry. Come out and talk, shouted Xian Yuan furiously, making the atmosphere shake. 3 silhouettes appeared from above. When the crowd saw those people, they immediately calmed down. Those people looked extraordinary. Xian Yuan frowned when he saw them. The leader of the group was wearing a simple yet very clean white robe. He wasn't releasing any chi either, but he seemed special. The second person was wearing a simple silver robe and had a sword in his back. He was handsome and looked indifferent. The last one had a black robe and he looked both powerful and majestic. Lin Feng actually recognized him. Xian Yuanshi's little boy, you're very proud, said the leader in white clothes with a smile. Shut up, who are you, said Xian Yuan coldly. Those people were calling him little boy, how disrespectful. Even if they were strong, they still had to show respect. Mu Chen, like wood and dust, said the one in white clothes with a smile. Everybody was scared, Mu Chen. Many people had heard that name. In the past, few people had ever heard that name or seen him, but recently, more people were hearing about him because of the Emperor Shi and Emperor Yu's first recruitment session. Many people were researching about Emperor Shi and Emperor Yu's very own disciples. The most famous one was Qing Lin. He was Emperor Shi and Emperor Yu's second disciple. He could use reincarnation spells which were incredible to behold, so many people remembered him. According to rumors, Mu Chen was Emperor Shi and Emperor Yu's first disciple. Mu Chen, the crowd was shivering. So his teachers were Emperor Shi and Emperor Yu. Silver clothes, handsome, that's Ho Qing Lin. The crowd looked at the second one and suddenly remembered that name. He was indubitably Emperor Shi and Emperor Yu's second disciple, Ho Qing Lin. Oh, I see. Fellow disciples, hello, said Xian Yuan a bit baffled. Then, he smiled nicely and politely. Little boy, we're not your fellow disciples, said Mu Chen with a smile. Xian Yuan already considered himself as an imperial cultivation disciple. But Mu Chen wasn't of the same opinion. Xian Yuan was getting a little ticked off. Chapter 995, Xian Yuan feels humiliated for many people. It was a sure thing that Xian Yuan was going to become Emperor Shi and Emperor Yu's imperial cultivation disciple, but actually, he was applying in hopes of becoming the first imperial cultivation disciple of the Tian Qi layer. Xian Yuan, by considering himself as an imperial cultivation disciple, was acting very confidently. Calling Mu Chen a fellow disciple was disrespectful. Mu Chen didn't appreciate it and contradicted him immediately. Xian Yuan smiled coldly inside. Mu Chen looked at Ho Qinglin and said, "Brother, since they can't take the heart, you can take it." It would, indeed, be a great gift for the teachers, especially after all the efforts they're making to organize the recruitment process. Even if they don't like it, they'll be happy because it comes from you. "All right," said Ho Qinglin, nodding. He jumped to the heart. That heart contained an incredible strength. Mu Chen followed Ho Qinglin. They weren't ordinary cultivators, they were Emperor Yu and Emperor Shi's own disciples. They had a very high social status and were very gifted. Even the leaders of the biggest sects and clans respected them. Even without talking about their social status, they were very strong indeed. If they wanted to take the heart, nobody could compete with them here. They released qi which slowly moved towards the heart. Ho Qinglin looked calm as if the heart's energies didn't affect him. "We found that heart first, do you think you can simply take it?" said Xian Yuan to Ho Qinglin. The others had the same thought, but weren't actually going to say anything. Nobody talked, but Xian Yuan. Ho Qinglin glanced at Xian Yuan indifferently and said, "I never said you couldn't take it. Come and take it from me if you have balls to back up that mouth of yours." Ho Qinglin sounded very calm. Xian Yuan pulled a long face. Usually, people never talked to him that way, he was the one who talked to others like that. Did he have the balls? Ho Qinglin sounded calm, detached and indifferent. If Xian Yuan dared attack, what would Ho Qinglin do? Nobody wanted to imagine the scene. In terms of strength, Xian Yuan was infinitely weaker than Ho Qinglin. In terms of social status, Ho Qinglin was a real and genuine imperial disciple, Xian Yuan just had imperial blood. Everybody remained quiet, the atmosphere became very calm. Xian Yuan always relied on his social status and strength to humiliate others, but now he couldn't do much. "Awesome," thought Lin Feng, standing on the ruins. He had a huge smile. Ho Qinglin was truly amazing. He had helped him in the past and now he was humiliating someone he didn't like. How perfect was that? In the Dragon Palace, Xian Yuan had humiliated Lin Feng. Now, his karma was playing him, Ho Qinglin had arrived. What is awesome? It would be awesome if you were Ho Qinglin. Xian Yuan despises you and even humiliated you. I hope someday you can act like Qinglin," said Qinglin indifferently, making Lin Feng come back to his senses. His heart was filled with ardor and hope. Qiong Qi was right though, Lin Feng had to become stronger and someday he'd be able to shame arrogant people the same way Ho Qinglin just did. "I told you last time, that guy is a real genius. Xian Yuan has imperial blood, but nothing more," said Qiong Qi. He looked over at Lin Feng and continued, "Little boy, when will you become strong and act like them? Too bad that you're not that strong yet. Telling you these things is useless it seems." Lin Feng smiled wryly. "Indeed, what a pity." Lin Feng raised his head, his blood was filled with ardor, hope, determination. "Someday, you will see. I will be stronger than them. I will despise people who have despised me, who have humiliated me. I will become incredibly strong," whispered Lin Feng. His blood was flowing with incredible strength now, especially since he had swallowed the dragon blood. Nobody knew what had just happened to him and nobody could know how he felt. The dragon blood had become his own power. Qiong Qi smiled and said, "I hope I won't have to wait too long to witness that change." At that moment, Ho Qinglin jumped to the heart and grabbed it. A strength appeared and enveloped the heart. Boom, the heart shone brightly, dragon roars invaded the atmosphere. In a flash, lights with reincarnation energy appeared and enveloped the heart. Reincarnation strength, the crowd was amazed. Ho Qinglin didn't need to use his sword, he could easily use reincarnation energies to take the heart. Bzzz. The atmosphere was filled with reincarnation energies right now. He jumped up and opened his hand, there were reincarnation energies radiating from his palm and the heart was sitting there. it looked like an ordinary crystal. It was difficult to imagine that just before, so many strong cultivators had tried to take the heart and died trying. There was a huge difference between them and Ho Ching Lin. How strong, thought Lin Feng, gasping with amazement. It was the second time that he saw Ho Ching Lin, and just like the first time, it was amazing. I told you he's a genius. To him, a dragon heart is nothing exceptional. He will definitely become an emperor, maybe even a great emperor. After you become an imperial cultivation disciple, you'll be Mu Chen and Ho Ching Lin's fellow disciple. Be friends with them and learn from them, said Qiong Qi. Lin Feng nodded. Mu Chen and Ho Ching Lin seemed very strong, but also reasonable. Lin Feng would probably become their fellow disciple soon. At that moment, Ho Ching Lin lowered his head and looked at Xian Yuan. You're weak, you might be talented, but nobody really cares about you. You're tuning in to the Blissful Bookshelf YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.